Hit that like button and subscribe. KevRow University. Good to see y'all up this morning. If you haven't subscribed to the Patreon, please do. Shout out to the people in my Cash App checking in with me early. Pretty surprising. Pretty surprising. Wake up with KevRow. I say breakfast on them. Hit the like breakfast on them. Hit that like button. Make sure you checking in early right here on Coffee and Kush TV. KevRow University, Channel 54, and also the Bungalows. What up, said? I see you, champion. See the people in the chat room.
It's to you.
Deb. Time to give him another one, champion.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the You Have a Seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalid. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you're checking in. I got the merch, cop a coffee, a Kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm Kobe. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed out for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's for you. Everybody wanna have a school, it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do, it's for you. Press 1 if you support, if you don't press 2, it's for you.
Back.
Teach nothing over here but the living true, it's for you. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1, press 1, press 1.
I love that shit.
Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you.
But it's for you, Jim.
Care less what a hater say you do, it's for you.
Readjusting my channel, getting everything in order, taking my time. Like Nip say, did you notice that you great? Press 1 to you. Just chill out. Just get everything in order. I got a big idea, like the Illuminati. Press what? He said the Gillespie name is tied to Freemasonry. I said I got a master plan like the Illuminati. Press what? How the bad people gonna call me bad? Come on, bro. I'm not doing it. Hit the like button. I'm not doing it. My little French buddy, my little French fry. I call him my little French fry. My little French fry. He felt some type of way about his name yesterday and how we represented Francois. And I do want to apologize to the brother because my intent wasn't to make him feel bad after the show to where he got to call me 50 times, crying, thinking he was online, but he was really passing my time as I ate chicken Popeyes. Press 1. He was just passing time. He didn't get it till later. He said, this nigga ain't even on. He wake up too late for Kev Gill. He wake up too easy. He didn't have time to get it in. Shout out to the moderators. All of you guys are great. Good to see people ready to go as far as information goes. See people going up to the tier that I need them at to survive right here at KevRow University as I build this into something great. You know, shout out to the people who want to take part, who is taking part, even Francois. I'm like I tell him, even Francois. I have no beef with no French people, with no tethers. Press 1, but the truth gonna get told. I have no beef with y'all. I keep telling them. I'm your friend. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Why you are asking for reparations is because they robbed you in the Freedmen's Bank. I thought that was cool. I thought that was what I was supposed to help you. I thought that would be the merging of the mind because y'all always chasing the bag. Anyway, so I would think, don't you, there's the bag. There it is. throw them the alley oop and they still just forget Kev. Man. They just forget Kev. There it is. There's your names. There it is. You know, a lot of them ain't gonna make it. You gotta know who's faking the funk. There are real people in America that know where they come from. Like I said, know the historical lineage, know where they come from. They know they really don't live in Africa. You feel me? They know really people are playing white status in America. How you feel about that and people knowing the truth about it, then that's your own personal pet peeve, bro. My problem is I'm always trying to appease and make people feel better, and they be the one doing bad things to me. Press one. I can't catch a break in this world. I can't catch a break. I'm gonna just tell you, you don't want to live this life. You can't catch a break. You can't catch a break. And so you create them. And if you're not as innovative as me, then you should be a student here. Shout out to the people. What up, Sean, C. Lewis, Pino, Royal, Karen, Crystal. You feel me? Shout out to the people who know Kev is just being the best person he can be. I can't be the best person everybody want me to be. I can just be the best person that I can be. You know, I walk this walk and been walking this walk, looking back at my old videos for quite some time. There's been and I ain't even really had time to sit back and breathe. Plus the shit that's going on in my life right this minute. I can't even focus on that shit. You know, I got so much on my mind, bro. I be wondering like, damn, how are you even sane, bro? I learned to utilize the compartmentalization of the mind. Just put it right there. Eventually, it's going to hit the wall. Just put it right there. You know, God is good to me. You can, Black Beauty, Black Butterfly, Black Beauty say you can only be you. I know. But you know how when you got this huge knowledge in your shit you trying to get out, you know, and it ain't like I can stop. Because the knowledge is so powerful and so real. The research is so like undefeated. You feel me? You wake up and like, damn. I wouldn't change it though, because it's a beautiful thing. Waking up and expressing oneself on the internet. You feel me? Just expressing one and letting others do the same thing. You know, I didn't know this was gonna go back to the Gillespie minefields. Press one. I had no idea, bro. I'm on the same journey up here you on. So, you know, you can cut the Illuminati stuff, bro. I ain't know, bro. I ain't know. I mean, I caught the reference with George Washington Gillespie and the French George Washington, and them saying the French George Washington was the first Mason and all that, but Mason meaning the builders of the builders. So it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But looking at this lawful position uh, in bird's eye view as an observer of the law, because I ain't in it. I ain't in it. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. I'm not in it, bro. That's y'all. Y'all in trouble. That's on you. My name is Bennett. Crystal, Black Butterfly said you can't stop. Won't stop. Puff Daddy, see? Black Butterfly said you can't stop. Can't stop what? Black Butterfly, if you ain't learning, can't stop what? That's all I'm asking. Can't stop what? You gotta. Are you learning? That's all I care about. Are you learning? Are you peeping the information? Don't let this information go in vain. Shout out to Easy Your Mind for just changing his his Patreon. I got the notification. Shout out to Ease Your Mind, who won on my Patreon. I am now 100% dedicated. Good looking, champ. That's all I can say. A dollar a day. Keep the doctor away. You feel me? Keep the bills paid. Just $1 a day. We've been doing that for so long and we still growing. You feel me? Easy. Some people went up to 3, 4, 5. And they be still talking shit. Man, we get the same knowledge everybody else get me. I can't win with my people. Man, why we get the same knowledge they get? Are you learning nothing? Give me your homework. I see that why. I don't like you, man. That's what happens at Shutter Island here. I know I'm dealing with badass kids. Press what? Democrats. So I gotta watch Morgan Freeman movies on how to deal with unruly students. You feel me, Pino? I gotta be the one. I'm watching movies. Look at these niggas right here. Don't want to learn nothing, throwing shit. I'm wondering, why are you here? Because we want to be. That's why. Because we want to be. I hope y'all been learning something from those trust videos I've been putting up. Unlike Francois. Don't be like Francois. Days and days late trying to catch up. Don't be days and days late. The French are good people, y'all. The French, a lot of y'all are French. They good people. I'm in the urban community. In the bungalows at that. With the worst of the worst. So, they got to be delivered this way. Yeah, baby's kids, butterfly. That's what we dealing with. A bunch of kids who don't want to accept responsibility and hold themselves accountable, making them breachers of the law and can't even get to nothing because they don't turn into full-fledged Nazi niggas. That's one. Just walking up the street, they might as well just one mindset with an army of twerkers with them. Press button. That mean unruly women. That's all. I'm just talking shit. Just unruly women protecting them. Like Wakanda. Just like Wakanda. Just a bunch of unruly women, though. The bald-headed women, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back. The unruly one that's in the Bible as cursed. My bad. The unruly one. You know. Hit that like button. Don't make me do it. The unruly one. We gotta make it happen, Captain. So we gotta lift all our people up. Just not the baby niggas, but the women too. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, hold your composure. Be considerate, bro. Patience is a virtue. Allow people to grow. You know, the one thing I learned about this, everybody ain't Kev. You know? So growth for a person is different from me, you, the next person, the next person, the next person. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to mimic Kevin Growth neither because, nigga, I'ma know. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'ma know. Oh, shit. So, but on some real shit, growth is, it just takes time. Like me, I learned a lot how to just chill. Even through storms and battles. Press what? Just chill. Don't get too wrapped up in shit. To where nothing makes sense. To where y'all just out there rambling on, and that's one of the things we're gonna be talking about in the night coffee and kush show. So just find yourself talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. People know you, like me. People know my standard. People know, bruh. I'm very protective. I'm low key. I'm out the way. I don't like niggas all up in my face, nor all up in my girl face, and too many of this friends talking, too many single broads, and too much of this one and too much of that. I'm a simple nigga. I'm just not dealing with no democracy in my republic. You feel me? Press one. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be illegal to be a fucking Democrat. It's illegal. You're gonna have to denounce your 14th Amendment democracy. You're gonna have to denounce the rap culture. You're gonna have to, if that's even a culture, you're gonna have to denounce and relinquish all power like you did to this invisible corporation. Press one and gave up all your national treasures and minerals for safe keeping, and now your grandkids and great grandkids is here broke on the internet talking about we YouTuber. Press one. I want some minerals, not no fiat currency. Press one. I want no damn debt note. I want some real money. What happened to us? We supposed to be finding out who it is, no matter who it leads to. Huh, Ali? If it had led to, if it leads to Francois, then Francois, long live the king.
Not like this. Not like this.
Long live the motherfucking king. Francois, my French friend. One of my favorite island boys besides Max, my real student. Long live the king. What we just have to accept the truth. If the white man was supposed to be doing this, then you'll be like, oh yeah, you too. Come on, bro. It don't matter who it is. Queen Elizabeth wasn't worried about. I had to bring my language. Or Queen Elizabeth and them wasn't worried about. Press one, gotta talk like Charles the White. They weren't worried about no damn nothing. Just put the crown on. Come on. They all just did it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever this is. We win. That's what the fuck it is. That's how we ended up here. Y'all do all this front in y'all life. Ain't got one more in you. You ain't got one more fucking grand finale. Shit. Hit that like button and subscribe, man. Support the broadcast. Support the broadcast. You want this type of message? Go to the Patreon. So we're here. Solidified. Don't run now. Don't run. You should know history. From the king, the downfall, who, what, where, when, and why it happened, and what's the outcome. Huh, Rio? Don't make Rio do it. I'm trying to wait for my other students who ain't. You should know who, what, where, when, and why. You a freed man, remember? How many other names is on the freedmen's list? Same ones that's on the doll's list. Yours. It's all yours. All the jewels. All the minerals. It's all yours. Hit the like button. We talking about the trust, El Dorado, the golden child, all that. I'm telling you, it's yours. I told you, don't make Rio do it. Nigga, 84 Lobo ain't playing. That nigga coming in, look, don't wait up, bro. I know who's gonna give the answers first. I want to see somebody else try. Who, what, where, when, and why. If this was Boosie giving away $1,000 to show that coochie online, you'll be right there lined up. Press one. So guess what Kev got to do? The best person with the lineup finna get $100 on the. I was about to say $100,000. $100 cash app right now. Give me the best lineup right now. Give me the best lineup. Don't matter who you are, who got the best lineup. If you go first, this is my earnings for the day. $100. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. If you who, what, where, when, and why. Did it happen? Come on, right now. $100 cash app right now. Who got the best one? But remember, if you go first, you'll be giving your answers away and you may have incomplete homework. All one person got to do is call in with one to complete your sentence. Same program. So watch out for Ali because he take notes, nigga. That nigga wait for these moments at the U's when, oh, shit, I know this. This is why I shine. I shine right here, yeah. This the part where Marley and them come out the woodwork. $100. Nigga, that's some trees. Nigga, that's 30% on my card. No, my shit $334. Rest one, yeah, fuck that. Nigga, that's my electric bill right there. I'm on Section 8 too. That's my rent. For a lot of you Democrats. Well, press one. I'm a truthful brother. What happened? 424-209-9506. Where the student wins. Look at this shit. I don't fucking believe this shit. I'm a hustler, baby. Oh, what type of nigga is this?
To accept, press 1.
One moment, Deb. One moment, Deb. Bands will make them dance. Press one. Bands will make them. Deb, you're on the line. Talk your shit.
Hello.
Go ahead, Deb. What's on your mind?
I have that song going off in my head. It's called Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey, Dance Monkey.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead. Oh, my goodness.
Who? That would be the Edomites. That would be the invasive armies coming in through the shipping, coming in through.
You said
Washington
Edomites,
State.
Deb?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
The Russian, Khazarians, Ottomans, Syrians, Hungarians, who were also called Martians.
That they called Martians?
They were called Martians.
Oh, whoa,
Yes, sir.
wait, Deb. Why you ain't tell us this? Let me hit this button one time.
Not like this.
Our land should not be alienated and
Not like
invaded by
this.
Martians. Oh, my good. Go ahead, Deb.
Yes, sir. They came in, and I'm noticing that they used water, and many eugenics men are on the boards of Tennessee Valley Authority. Every dam that was ever built has been blown up. None of them get built and just stay there. The levees always move. We know this from Katrina.
Go ahead.
We have it in our daily life that we know these facts. We know that the Hoover Dam and the Hitler Dam and the Hitler and Hoover are all the same.
Wait. That's in America, the Hitler Dam?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. We know that they're all the
Sure.
same. Continue on.
Yes, sir. They once again, the WHO is the French Union.
The
Their-
who
their
is the
union
French
is-
Union? Go ahead. Well said.
This is the French airmail. French, they got us in time immemorial about the little box-type planes. They had real war planes and real war blimps and
Yes.
blimps that landed on water and dropped bombs that were as big as anything they've ever advertised to us as
That's
nuclear.
right. A bunch of Oppenheimers
And-
running around. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Well before Oppenheimer ever got published
That's right.
on our little half British news. All of our news was through
That's right.
British.
Before they blamed it on one person. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. They're all the same. They're an invading army. They created the Balfour Doctrine, through the Rothschilds to start this idea of Israel and a home for the Jews, those that say they are Jews but are not.
And Harry S.
Well, not
Truman.
Jews.
Harry S. Truman is. I have a tape of him, informing the world they're about to do this in the 1940s. I was like, whoa. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The Einstein visit, when he was over here, he was with eugenics and he was with white supremacists, and he was really looks like they had that color film in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, that they had real live movie, film,
Of course.
video,
Of course.
everything,
Of course.
and they've put it to the time immemorial. Well, this is also the British Pathé. They had German TV for us over there in the Bluebird Project.
Wow.
I will say my ancestors probably were taught English in another place and then brought in, to be an American through the Ford's melting pot. That would be the Ford Company. That's some of the who. We have. I don't want to go off of your subject too far, because the golden child is here to reclaim his land, and through Gillespie's goggles, we can all see that. I see the laying out of my life is so that I can speak it.
Well, you definitely laid out the who, most likely. I'm going to see,
Okay.
because somebody called in. Anything left to this who, what, where, when, and why program we got here, Deb?
I can continue.
Say it again.
What they did was kill off the American Negro that owned the land, and anybody that didn't go along with the plan, through subversion, using propaganda and yellow journalism to keep the man down and monkey-minded. If he did survive, they want him in a concentration camp, and we're in it right now. We are Universe 25.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so we're going to stop right there and explain to the new people like Pino, who don't do his homework. Press one, because Pino don't do his homework, and he down there with you. You feel me? So I want to make sure he understand what monkey mind is and why we in the penitentiaries. Go ahead, Dad. Break it down.
Yes, sir. They've created a stock of people, and they sort people and put them in situations and feed them poison food and feed them poison journalism and feed them poison politics to give them an idea that they have a choice, an idea that, Democratic or Republican, let's just say, or low fat or full fat, let's just say, too many choices and nothing towards God. Nothing in their whole creation is towards the glory of the Son of God and the returning King coming to bring them back to the truth, that they no longer have to be a servant under a dead hand, under a corporation that was created to kill his ancestors.
So there would never be what?
What do you mean there will never be what? So there will never be a Messiah among...
Well, there will never be a nation.
That is true. That is true. To never, the Hoover plan, to never let him arise again.
See,
it's a planned invasion.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna go, but I gotta let the students. Maybe it's a student out there that can break it down a little. I don't know. So we gonna anything else? Go ahead.
No, I can stop there, and I would love somebody to jump on that train and go ahead and finish it off for me.
See, there it is. There
it is little piles that I have pigeonholed left and right, and they're coming together tonight. God bless you. God bless me and your class.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much.
Rise.
Lord have mercy. Good.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Love every bit of it. So she said a lot. Maybe somebody can break it down even better. I don't know. Who, what, where, when, and why. It's already starting off a pretty good day. She got to the monkey mind fast. I thought she was going to go deep. She stopped. I'll see if anybody else can pick it up and start over. I can care less. What did they do? The who, what, where, when, and why? Shit. That was pretty good, Dad. I know Ali ain't gonna let this white lady from Florida call in. I know that ain't finna happen. I know with all the information. Who, what, where, when, and why. This should be a walk in the park. I ain't gonna lie to you. This should be a complete walk in the park. Especially for Ali, Marley. Who else was up in here? Let me see. That other dude I stopped from chatting, Hearts TV. All y'all should know this. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hey, man, what we talking about, man?
Huh?
What we talking about?
Something important. A great discussion. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
I don't even know why you call and be asking what we're talking about. Something great.
The secret is in electricity, man.
But we're not talking about a secret being to no electricity. That sounds stupid right now. Are you awake?
But we all ain't got to agree with you, though. We all ain't finna call and press one and agree with you, homeboy.
That has nothing to do with the topic.
About being objective.
That don't have anything to do with the topic. Being objective. Listen, bro. I know you, your mama, your sisters, your bro. I know you was born in a world where you want to argue, especially with somebody like me. But I don't really care to hear you argue. I'm not in that world where you wake up and ain't got nothing to do in your life. That has nothing to do with me, champ. This is about the trust and El Dorado and what I've been teaching over the last, 2 or 3, maybe 4 months. Now, if you don't know how to respect that, that's on you, bro. If you don't know how to be a man and speak with common sense, this ain't about agreeing with me. This page is about this class, though. If you don't know that people support that, you don't support. You feel me? So I don't owe you anything but what we got. You can either take part or not. It's up to you, champ. I had an easy start to a day. A young lady called in, and you don't have the energy to even communicate with women, older women, young, nothing. So at least put some effort. You want to do that? Oh, okay, that's right. You want to do that, young man? That's what I'm saying. 424-209-9506, another product of Monkey Mind. These are the people that need to wake up. Everybody not here to play with you, young man. You feel me? You can't even keep up a good conversation. You can't even keep up a good conversation. You don't belong here, champ. You belong in a bungalow. Now go over there and have a seat. I don't got to disrespect you or nothing. But to call in and not know what we're talking about, we're talking about something very important. And it really don't have nothing to do with you, per se. It's really about me. So to me, you feel me, Crystal? To me, you a hater. Because we talking about Gillespie. I don't know your name. You talking about the powers in whatever. The powers in Gillespie, punk. Remember that. You remember that. You gonna remember that name for the rest of your life, champ. I don't know you. You an internet call-in person that left no imprint, nothing that says I was here, but you know my name. Glory to God, champ. You know, glory to God, bro. You have no intelligence whatsoever. You one of these Pan-African, one of these fascists out here talking, and it's over for you. If you can't say anything, then don't. You feel me? We in class. I'm not here to be your friend or be none of that. You feel me, Anton Meadow Bay? I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not your family. I'm not none of that. You feel me, Sean? You see Antoine up there? We not none of that. You obey. You gotta heed to the law. You a traitor to the king. We not friends. How's today and with you and yours? Nothing criminal. Fascist. What? Am I saying something wrong? No, bro. I'm talking to you too, Antoine. Press 1. You ain't saying nothing. Get up out of here. Yeah, I don't need a bay up in here like that, bro. I got a couple of them. I'm cool. Enjoy your day. We talking about El Dorado, the Golden Child, the trust, the law, who, what, where, when, and why. Sorry about that, Sean. Not to be your friend, sir. You feel me, Mr. Bay? I'm not here to be your friend, bro. Y'all had this a long time ago. You still, hey, how are you? Fine. You ain't doing your work, you ain't doing your work. If you have no value to this topic, or don't just think you can come over here and hang out. It's not that type of party. I don't get paid by YouTube to do this. I got a support team. Well, it's either you gonna listen or you not. I don't have to care whether you do or you don't. Old boy wasn't paying no attention. You feel me, Sean? He ain't paying no attention. No, he is paying attention, but his life is so low. You hear me? He ain't got shit to do in his life. He ain't gonna call in with nothing on his mind because most niggas belong in a criminal asylum. And this is how y'all raised them to be, ladies. So I commend y'all for wanting to bring these young boys up mentally. KevRow University, you on the air. What up?
What's up, King? It's Ollie.
What up, Ollie?
Man, I want to call in and just give my input a little bit.
Yeah, all right, Ollie gonna take a shot. Ollie gonna take a shot. Get our mind off of the Rudy pools and Ollie, you got the flow.
Monkey mind. Get off the monkey.
You got the flow. Go ahead.
All right, on the who we already know the Nazis, the Germany, the not French, all the.
Did you say Germany?
Conspired. Germany.
Oh, okay. I'm Germany. Just. Oh, okay. You know I'm trolling. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know. The Nazis, the French, like you taught us, all the nations conspired against the king. What did they do? They genocided his people. Why? For the crown jewels. Where? Right here in America.
That's good.
Which all belongs to King George because it's all his land. It all belongs to him because he was the first original pioneer. And why? They wanted the crown jewels. They wanted everything. They wanted the minerals. They wanted to be as what the Victorians were. They wanted to be white. They wanted to be above the law. So they had to change
above what law? The laws of God.
The laws of God.
So the Victorians or the Virginians are these who you calling these people were above the laws of God?
I wouldn't necessarily say they were above the laws of God, but that was the only standard to go by, was to walk by the laws of God. If you live by the laws of God, then you will be in a moral citizen.
So that's the laws. So that's the laws Moses got.
Yes, sir.
And
that's
okay,
common law. We went by common law. They want to go by civil or commerce law.
Well, there you go.
God involved.
Okay, there you go. That's all I'm
getting.
You
you taught us well, so trust me. If they don't know by now, then they don't want to know, Kev. But yeah, that's exactly what they did, King. Well, I had to call in and give them my input. I had to, King.
I feel you. My man said they wanted to be. They wanted to be
I had
equal.
to sneak out the door. I had to sneak out the door at work, King.
I feel you.
But
Good looking,
it is,
champ.
it is, yeah. Anytime,
I,
King.
I hope
Love
I hope you I hope you left an imprint with that 4 minute breakdown. I hope you left an imprint for the people who gonna vote here. Thank you. Thank you for calling in, my nigga. Thank you, sir.
it. Yes, sir.
My man, Ali. We'll see. We'll see. He did a great job at remembering. For sure, for sure. Come on, 424-209-9506. The other brother could have woke up and paid his bills today. Could have went out and got some hard-earned money. But no, he woke up snotty nose, trolling Kev. Press 1, he could have been like, baby mama, I went out and made a hard-earned dollar. Press 1. Baby, the person who I paid to rent a small space in, I made an honest dollar today, getting the answer right. But no, this brother got to call in on the extras. He got to call in. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Deb. 424-209-9506. Area code 424-209-9506. Royal Purple want to take a shot? Talk to me, Rio. Feel free to call in. The who, what, where, when, and why. I'm waiting. I'm taking my time. I'm not doing this no more.
Mr. Deshay.
Huh? That was a long name, sir. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Deshay. Good morning to you, sir. Calling from Arizona.
Arizona in the building.
Just
Talk to
calling
me.
Just calling to give my input, sir, and participate in the class and share what I've learned so far as what the topic is for today.
Who, what, where, when, and why? Go ahead.
The who is the German Nazis or the Nazis and the Aryans. The what
they do?
What they did was they got tired of following order here, because here in America was all about order. It was all about Moses' law, like you said, and it was a format. It was a structured law, and the foreigners had to go. They had to play their part. They had to be in line. What they did was they formed up a plan to go against the king, overthrow the king, kill the king, take the crown jewels, come up with plans to as far as when they killed the king with the IWW, the workers. You got the Wobblies, you got these people underground. All of these people, they conspired to go against the king, and all of the nations that were not a part got left behind. So all of the nations were together with the one big plan to kill the king, because they were tired of doing all the work.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Do your thing, champ.
They was tired of doing all the work, so they came up with this. They understood the law and where they stood. They were the real black folks. They were the real homeless, the real stateless people. But then you had a lot of wealthies over here. Then you had the church going into business with the oil company. The Catholic Church went in business with the oil companies because it was illegal for them to own anything. So then they turned everybody into corporate entities, started shuffling the money. They made the Dow's report. They stole the names. I'm just rambling. I'm on my way to work, but I'm just telling you what I'm remembering from
I hear you. I know you've been paying attention. It's just
yeah, this is everything that I've been like, wow. My mind be blown with all of this stuff. And
my
I'm
man
like,
said,
man, they did
I'm
all
just
of this.
rambling. I don't know what I'm on my way to work. That was a hell of a try.
But I'm paying attention.
I feel you.
I'm knowing. I'm writing this down. I know
feel you.
that the Seth QV and all of this, they opened up these other accounts and started and created these other accounts because they had.
You didn't give
because it
no
was all
reference in
trust.
time though. You was bouncing around though. I knew you was paying attention. That
Okay,
doesn't mean you paying attention,
so
but there's no timeline basis, which I
okay,
found it
and
very
this
funny. You was
happened in
bouncing
the
everywhere.
Yeah.
What happened?
So this is the 1800s, early 1800s, like about 1870s, the 1830s. They had been here for so long, but what happened was they planned together by about the 1870s,
Sir,
1840s.
we gonna need some more credible information. You're the first person who got an X, and you had all of the shit down in bullet points, man. Try again, call back. I'm gonna take some other callers. Thank you for the. Jeez. Jeez, Louise. That man was bouncing all over the damn player. Somebody else give it a go. 424. He can always call back. Don't get him fucked up. He can always call back. But that was hilarious to me.
From
Rio.
You on the air? What up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Kel? This is Rio calling.
Rio, what's up, man? Who, what, where, when, and why? Talk to me.
All right, so I got Christ at David I feel like when it all started happening.
Huh?
I've been reading in the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant, and it seems as though, well, it is what I'm reading, that David took after the Christ, but he took after the abstract of what God had wanted. And if Jesus is of
Who, what, where, when, and why? What happened?
and then so he made a different type of covenant, which wasn't the original covenant.
Who?
Covenant. Only thing David did.
Sir, I'm talking about our laws. What happened?
That's what I was speaking on. I was speaking on he didn't have any honor for the glory of God.
Sir, who?
David.
I'm talking about something totally different, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, we speaking about Abraham Lincoln.
Huh?
I said we be speaking about Abraham Lincoln, and when he made the law he made 13 to 14 citizens. Hello?
I'm here.
Well, we be speaking about Abraham.
Am I talking?
1865.
Okay. Wait, you said, am I talking about Abraham?
No, that's what I'm speaking on. You said who, what, when, where, and why. It would be Abraham in 1865 with the 13th and 14th Amendment, which was an abstract law.
So David or Abraham?
I was reading because I'm in my mind. I'm reading in my book, so it's
Okay, that's why we following the subject. That's why we follow the subject. Yeah, that's why I'm following the subject because I'm not in your mind bouncing it back from book to book.
Right.
I'm just asking a basic question Who,
All right.
what, where, when, and why did this happen? Go ahead.
And because we accepted that, or the people of God accepted that, we were
Yeah. Mm-mm. Huh? Come on, fella. Come on. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. 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 Mm.
Sean,
Sean, you on the air. What up?
what's up, Kev, man? I'm calling from Arizona. This is Sean Bun, man. The who would be, and I don't even want nothing. I've been following.
It don't matter if you want something or not. Who, what, where, when, and why.
It was all the 50 nations, and the what was for King George land and estate, which is everything, all the marbles. And the what is because they wanted to be equal, I'm guessing, with everything, but in order to do that, you have to change the structure of everything, which is law and order. And that's all I got from you. Been following you for so far.
Thank you, champ. Thank you, champ. 424-209-9506. I'm about to win. Fuck this. I'm about to win. Law, you heard that? I'm about to win. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll do it. Anybody else? Dewan McDonald? You want to take Dewan McDonald out there in the world? Tasha Payton said, wow. Taj must be walking around here with a whole list of shit. Let me get my shit together. I'm fuck this shit. I ain't trying to sound like that. My man, all he had was 3 bullet points. I told you. That nigga wrote his name on top of that paper. That's all he been doing, fooling around. He been taking if I was him, I would have took notes from Deb, the nigga who didn't say nothing, Rio. I would have just took notes. And then had something intelligent to say. That's called Ali called a monkey mind. Yeah, he didn't even think about nothing. He just calling in. And you gotta be able to think. Use your head. Hit the like button. 424-209-9506. Georgia, you on the air? What up?
Man, Kev, it's Taj. Peace to you, sir.
What's up, champ?
All right. Not much. I just wanted to take my shot, throw my input in.
Go ahead.
And Dad did a pretty good job determining the who. So the only thing I'm gonna add to that is like the Bolsheviks, and I mean included in that is the labor unions and stuff like that. But as far as the how, it was genocide in a couple different ways. It was an actual genocide, and it was also a paper genocide carried out by, the dolls and the Pleckers of the world, you know what I mean? And then they replaced the true heir, George Washington Gillespie.
You said the true Air Jordan. You said the true Air Jordan.
No, the true Air George. His name was taken.
Bro, I tripped out. What the hell did he just say? Did he just throw it? I thought he was like the true Air Jordan. I thought that was a bar. So that nigga just say the true Air Jordan. That's called.
So Walter Plecker, who you know what I mean, who was at one of the heads of this thing, he not only paper genocided the people, but they, you know what I mean, they did things such as, abortion, ripping the women's wombs out and stuff like that through the early 1900s. So that that reminded me of like Herod and everything, where they was trying to make sure that the coming Messiah that Dad was speaking about would never arise to stake his claim. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Messiah
Um,
only in that term would only mean a coming heir through the lineage. So they would have to
yes, sir.
destroy or attempt to destroy as much as the lineage as they can. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And if you go into the Geneva conventions and things of that nature, like what they did is classified as genocide. Um, but the who, the what, the where, obviously it was here on this land right here, but they attacked from both sides, as we see portrayed in The Man in the High Castle, and they also came up from the south and they came from the north. They came from all directions, and they were doing things such as sabotaging like the Black Tom explosion. And there was also another one. I don't have it at the top of my notes, but there's another one out in the West Coast. And I'm end up sending you the saboteur, but he also was in Mexico after he fled the authorities. He fled to Mexico, built an army of 45,000, and they said they were going to come in and cause disrupt the Negro mind by doing the universe, putting them into creating the Epcot and putting them in the universe 25 and giving them monkey minds, which was also previously discussed. Where we at? Who, what, when, where, why? Why did they do it?
Told you.
The reason why they did it is to, like we were talking about earlier, is to make sure that the air, like the people, that they would not be a nation anymore, and that the air wouldn't rise up, be lifted up. So, you know what I mean? He could put things back into place, and how I'm seeing that is by way of reclassification, and you know what I mean? Like the song say, reclassification over entertainment, and entertainment is how they defeated us.
Well, that was really well said. 920 on the West Coast. Well said. I hope you built a lot off of you went even deeper on the dev situation. Maybe somebody can build off of that. If not, great fucking job, Taj. You on the air. Thank you for the call, champ.
No doubt. Peace.
My man at work taking a break or whatever it is that nigga doing this morning. Making sure he good. 424-209-9506. How did they do it? That's the beauty in what's going on. All right, look. all right. Cause I see now y'all brain just working. Kev ain't playing. I'm not playing no more. No. We gonna make some money together. All of us. I call this paying it forward or some type of circulation of currency. Watch this. My man brought up the IWW. You brought up this one, and you brought up that one. Let's see.
B from Texas.
B from Texas is in the building. Hey, B, good morning to you. I thought I'd
Yes,
see
sir.
you like at the end, but shit. B said, shit, let me start my day all right. What's going on, B?
I gotta take a stab at it, Kel.
You gotta take
It's yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna start with the who. The who, the Aryan, well, the fascists and the Caustic Church, which is the Caustic Church, which is the Moors and the Aryans, the French, Italian, German, Africorp Legion. Okay? We got the what. What they did was genocide the people of George, take the status and the birthright, turn them into black people, expatriate them, and emancipate the workers, freed the workers under emancipation. Okay, we got expatriate them, repatriate them as black, changing their status. Okay, the win. I got after George.
George
day,
who?
George Washington Gillespie, and also under what they stealing of the trust, breaking and stealing of the trust, making a minor trust so they could steal through. Okay.
Who is
The
George
wind,
Washington Gillespie, sir?
the founder of these lands here in America, the founding father, and the actual creator of the trust. Okay. Um, where, of course, I got America, like they say, from sea to shining sea, from California all the way to the East Coast. You got the different portals that they went through: San Francisco, St. Louis, New York, uh, just all over America. Okay, the why to take over and to coup the nation. Okay, how they did it through genocide, physical genocide, uh, where we get the skull and crossbones and everything, the bones, the paper genocide through Walter Plecker, through amendments, which is changing the law, they changed the revocable living trust and what they call codicil, where they changed the last will and testament of George Washington Gillespie, and also through entertainment and subversion. And that's the notes that I have for right now with the who, what, when, where, and how. Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Hello? Kev. Hello, Kev. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. All right. Also, with the how, they use something called conveyance,
Okay.
where they use conveyance, which they use as an instrument to change things from all right, just like all right, it says to the acts to remove and change to amend the laws. Like they were saying, conveyance was a grant. They made the will into a grant. That way they could be able to try. It's not legal, but they try to steal
Give
the
it
trust
away.
and the status. Yes, sir. To give it away,
They made it something
and
that they
meaning
can
they don't
give
have to
away
pay
as if
back.
it was a charitable. You said it was for charitable use.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And that goes for the people, the conveyance of the people as goods. Uh, Even when it comes to the water, like canals for the water, the deeds they use the conveyance of land, and they use it to remove too. The act of removing and carrying was through conveyance, and the also conveyance is what they call a secret practice, or I'm gonna say what was a secret practice, because the revealing now we know. So that's everything so far that I got when it comes to the who, what, when, where, and how, and the Shelley's case that the lady didn't want to go into was another way that they did it through using codicil and conveyance. Yes, sir.
Use codicil, which is secret language, right?
Yes, sir. Secret language, to be put simple, like amendments, the same as amendments.
Oh, okay. Canaan law.
Amendments will be codicil that
So
change the
so
law
so
to
they
revoke
changed
what.
the law by way of codicil, amending the old, coming in with their own.
Yes, sir. Coming in with their own. Basically the same thing that they did when it comes to the actual land, how they tear it down and build on top. So they just put they laws on top through codicil.
So it's running. So the codicil is actually It's actually the Canaan law kind of thing running simultaneous or sitting on top of the republic, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly. And then they use a rule called the rule in Shelley's case that she didn't want to go into in the Shelley's case, uh, to amend the laws and to try to change the state. I just want to read this part about Shelley's law.
Go ahead.
It says when the ancestors, by giving any gift or conveyance, take an estate or freehold in the same gift or conveyance, an estate is limited either immediately or immediately his heirs in free state in fee tail, that always in such cases the heirs are the words of limitations of the estate, not the word of purchase. So they want to try to use this rule to limit the heir's actual power and what he can do in the estate. Basically, like when they break up the estate into states, they want to limit his power. But that's why they don't want to name it. Like when we was talking about Black Acre, they don't want to name him because then all the states become one estate. So they use this rule in Shelley's case to try to do that, or to do that. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I got right now, Kill.
Who took the estate?
The federal government.
Who was
They
that?
established that will be all the all these people that we named, the Aryans, the federal government, through the Germans and the Italians, making themselves nationalized to become a federal government. And we would have like we talk about with them stealing the corporation, the bankers,
Yes.
basically. You got J.P. Morgan, which he stole the actual gold through Grover Cleveland. He was given the gold through Grover Cleveland, and then you got FDR Roosevelt. What he did, they established it in Washington D.C. Took all the gold and put it in Washington D.C. and created a fiat currency to represent debt notes, to represent the gold. You know, basically a dead money. Give us dead money instead of the gold. Get us to invest into the federal government, but stealing at the same time. What do they call it? Crypto. It's basically like crypto. You're investing into it, and then when it's time to cash in, you never get cashed in. They created all these the Great Depression, the banks lost money. You know, they said they lost the money, but in turn, that was the big theft, the biggest heist ever in the world.
Well, I'm here. I'm still
Yes, sir.
listening. I'm here. I'm just breezing through some info. And the next topic of discussion is that what you got for us?
Yeah, pretty much right now. But I know something else is gonna
If something pop
come
up,
to
you
mind.
know, always welcome free to add on. You can always use one of your add-on options and call it back in.
Yes, sir. Will
My
do.
man. My man B. Let me show y'all how easy this is. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let me show you how easy it is. Come on, 424-209-9506. 424-209-9506. It's been too much time of like sacrificing so much time to get to this point. Why not? Why not? C. Lewis, you can feel free to call it in. Y'all send me information. Y'all love to do all that. Ali just posted, but he called it then. He just said Rule 66, which is very important to
To accept, press
George
1. To send a
Gillespie.
voicemail,
Let's
press 2.
get it right. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
What's going on, Champ? This Rico.
What's up, Rico?
I'm trying to take a stab. At the who, what, when, why before you start on it.
Oh,
I'ma
shit.
start off
Rico
with
in the building. Rico, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna start off with the who, and the who is gonna be the French Roman Legion of 50 nations, and what they said, the Aryans and the tethered Moors. I got them at the when. It's gonna be 1776 through 1945. Where is gonna be from Great Britain, transferred over into the American dominion of the government, the federal government. The why is going to be from feudalism, and the reason why I'm gonna bring up feudalism real quick is going to be because let me read it 1 second. A feudal system, the king owns everything, no private ownership. King appoints a landlord to caretake the property, and when it came down to the American colonies, the king would appoint governors to be over the plantations and the lands that he ceded, or not ceded to him. He gave the royal charter to, and then they will appoint people to be over the plantations and just different things like
So
that.
he gave the
king will actually appoint them.
royal charter, which ended up being the federal government to manage its workers, correct?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. But it started off with individual charters given to either the county or the state, which he appointed again governors over. He appointed each governor prior to them being elected.
Go ahead.
That didn't happen until the allodial system came about, which America took on the allodial system first, which is individuals have the right to own land without government interference to buy, sell, exchange options, or a lease of will, which that derives into a land patent. So we know the federal government passed out land patents from a certain point in time, claiming that they owned all the land in America,
Which was
is not true
illegal.
because they stole it from George. Yes, sir. They stole it from George, King
Go
George
ahead.
III. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So and the way they did that was by taking the preamble. They went into the preamble, and I want to read the definition of preamble.
Oh, what a beautiful time it is. I love the information. Go ahead, Rico.
Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. Let me bring that up.
Don't forget the preamble, y'all.
Oh, there we go. It's going to be to preambulate. It's going to say preambulate, to walk through or over properly and technically, to pass through or over for the purpose of surveying or examining something, to visit as overseers, as to preambulate a parish. So in New England, the laws require that the select men of towns to appoint suitable persons annually to preambulate the borders of bounds of the township and to renew the boundaries or see that the old ones are in good state. So to me, when you making us preambulate or we walking with you, Kev, you making us the boundaries of the king. You showing us how, again, if you appointed us as men to be over certain townships or different things, or we the lords, because you would be the king, so you would appoint landlords.
So talk to them, B. Explain to them how it would look if this was going on right now in class. Go ahead, champ.
Yes, sir. Well, King Gillespie, well, what you would do is once you come and you show that you are able to be emancipated and be able to stand in your own right as a man, then therefore the king, if he chose you to be able to be a landlord of a certain piece of a parcel of land, you will be able to take care of the land. He can be able to fire you as pleased as he will, and he's able to do with the land as he will. And when it comes to the aliens who are renting that land from the landlord, when the alien dies, the property is given back to the sovereign of that land, it always reverts back to the king.
Go ahead.
And that was without a due process of law. That was automatically when it came down to the common law and the
Right,
the
because
Magna Carta.
listening to old girl, we found out about life estates and things of that nature. Go ahead, King. I'm with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when it comes down to the life estates and what they created, and that's what it goes back to the second QV. Because let me read this right here. Hold on one second. Because I believe King George actually did use sister cuvées in the way that it was properly supposed to be used.
Yes, it's cuvée is in its proper use. Yes.
Yes, sir. And what they did was they usurped his sister cuvée and made the separate trust, which again that will put us in the 13th, 14th Amendment status under the second lost and dead at sea. So I believe King George again he created the federal Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, which would be a form of his sister QB. And let me bring it up real quick so I can read you one of his other forms. Hold on one second. Okay, so this was in 1823. The case of Society for the Propagation of the Gospel versus Town of New Haven looked at the issue of lands granted to an English corporate body, the society, which had a religious purpose. The land had been granted by King George III of Great Britain in New Hampshire in 1761. It was held in a corporation by a form of Sister Q on the 30th.
This is what made them.
1794.
This is what made them trustees.
Yes, sir.
Go
yes,
ahead,
sir.
King.
And what I see. So if King George gave him the royal charter in 1761, but then here comes the state of Vermont that passed a statute whereby the land of the society would be appropriated by the state. So they let me know they changed the law and the statutes of King George to be able to appropriate the land into the state. And then
because Cook was working at these different characters were using official bank notes and bank certificates to make it appear real. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's where it goes back to it ruled, the Supreme Court ruled in this case, it ruled that the property of English corporations at the time of the Revolution were protected by the Treaty of Peace of 1783, which is the Treaty of Versailles, and there could be no confiscations of such corporate holdings or lands because of the treaty. So that means if King George actually did sign a treaty to say, hey, because what I'm reading is I went back to George Gillespie's writing in the Aaron's Ward, and I think that when he was writing his works, and I'm gonna read that, but it brought up an excommunication of the Jews in England. And so as I'm saying, he reformed the Church of Scotland. The Church of England was having popery and papist things going on leading up to the early 1700s. And then when King George III came into power, by that time they said, and this is what a quote that I read, that the French were under King George as he ruled the dominion, but he ended up giving up the rule. Yes, sir. So they turned up against King George, the French did. So that's why I put him as the French Roman Legion of 50 different nations. But again, that being said, it was to me, that's how I see it, man. They just came together against the king under the French Roman banner, and they changed statutes like the Statue of Eustace. They changed the Statue of Eustace, which Miss Queen, who was that, Queen Charlotte or Queen Anne, when they brought up who created the Statue of Eustace in 1688. But they changed the Statue of Eustace in England about 1920s or 1930s, because Miss Speakman said it yesterday, and she was like, they changed the Statue of Eustace, they revoked them, I believe. So, when you revoke a statute, it's no longer in Eustace. So if in 1688 they were trying to protect us from, the Eustace being used in the wrong way, the Statue of Eustace, well, when they changed it, and that's why I put it from 1776 till about 1945, because we don't know if they backdated in time or they just took them time to be able to get everything and for them to be able to pull off the big heist. But that's the way I see it. They changed the statutes, again, which we already know, amended law, just like what B said with the codicils, and changing the will of God, changing the will of our Christ. And they took us over and made us dead 14th Amendment. Man, black to never really, like you say, be a nation again.
To never be,
yes, sir. That's what I got
to
right
never
now
be
for
a
the-
nation again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To never be a nation again, man. And to always be stuck in allegorical, metaphysical thought process. In Universe 25. Woo, and I'm glad you said this, man. I'm walking with you. I'm going to fall back, Sam, and I'm going to come back.
What was that last point you wanted to reiterate? Go ahead.
I'm going to say that one more time. They brought us into the metaphysical and the allegorical to try to taste esoteric knowledge that we do not need, Lord. And I'm glad that He sent the spirit of truth, and we walking one day at a time, one step at a time. And
Let me ask you.
I'm listening.
With the metaphysical knowledge, do you think about the trust, the will, God, His law, or anything that makes sense in this world, on this land, that has set us free?
Man, all I hear is all I can see is Billy Carson here talking about the aliens that came, took me, and then him and Pharaoh running around talking about they opened up my chakra spiritual. I can't even say it like how you say it.
You don't want to say it like that. I don't want you to even remember. Leave that to the professional.
Man, and that's why I want to say this, Professor, because I messed up when you was showing P. Diddy and Andre Real and how they keeping this trafficking and all this, and that's what's keeping our mind and what they done did. I missed it when you was saying it and brought that up, and that was such a great way, and I want you to be able to bring that back because I got Gene Deal and Puppet at the City College. 9 people died in 1991.
That's okay. I don't want to talk about that. We're doing such a good job. We're going to worry about that on Don't Do Bad Things channel starring Gene Deal. Thank you, champion. Yeah. See, I'm so glad I stopped him right there. Press 1. He was so great. He was about to run my head wild with a whole nother program. I'm sorry, bro. Those are shows now, bro. Those aren't just random conversations we bring up while we're at school. Those are shows we have over at Coffee and Kush TV. Press 1. So we really are looking for the tracing the Gillespie fortune from pennies to $100 million gifts and charitable uses. Press 1. Shout out to Shiva for bringing this up on the program because this is going to be very, very amusing because we have them using charitable uses. Now, you may not know what that means, but we should here at the U. We just had this. Who is George Washington? Why are we tracing this guy's money into charitable uses? Well, I'm teaching you the language from the lady perspective in which she was brought up in that movie that's on Rumble. We have to learn how they took George Washington's or King George or whoever this is, how they took this and was able to pass the trust on. And this is ye pot of gold here. If you weren't listening to Rico, you talking, he revised the real church of Ireland. You talking about the real ones. How did they do this? Should be on everybody's mind. I told y'all we was researching. We found the money that they took. Cool. Now, whose is it? Without saying ours, whose is it? Who lent us the money and the bullion and the gold without usury to be able to repay for you to even put it in the damn bank? Press 1. They say, man, you can get interest on that gold right there. You say, what? Yeah, you got $1,000? 1,000 real dollar gold? Oh yeah, but you can get an interest on this one. You know, interest fluctuate with this. Right now, this is not worth $1,000. This motherfucker worth $1,500, $2,000. They the first brother plights. And then you say to yourself, what? Now at King George's, you can't get no deal like that. You can't make it double up like that, nigga. Not on GP just because you walked in to cash your check. You ain't finna get. It's non-usury, right? So how much? What did this decision get us? We have to identify this and be real. It got us. It made us dead in law. It got us indebted to debt bondage by a corporation, Swiss banks, the Pope, and all that good stuff that we've been studying this whole time. Coffee and Kush TV. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Chris. This is C. Lewis. How you doing today, Kevin?
Bless. And I
Um,
love when you call in. So go ahead.
okay, okay. I'm trying to put all this together without my notes, but I'm gonna go. I have a couple things, but the main thing I want to discuss is the fact that it was the Constitution. It was the U.S. Congress that started this stuff with the settlers that came in to try to take over the lands of King George, as well as King George Washington Gillespie, excuse me, as well as in 1776, which was the first declaration in the first Constitution. That Constitution was made for men, made by men and for men, and it says that in there.
Oh my
Then those
goodness.
men got together.
Well said.
Then,
More
then those
sounds
men
more
got
like
together.
Articles of Confederacy. Go ahead.
That's right. They were the Articles of Confederacy, correct. As well as those men got together and made the union of the 13 royal colonies, which was the federal, and that was in 1787. And then it was another one 100 years ago. That was 1871. But in the midst of that, I feel that it's a lot of time immemorial, but the Congress had got together and they moved the Congress building from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. in 1800. Now, how they had that history from what I've seen, that they say that the French, George Washington passed away in 1799. Then they moved in 1800. But I think that's a lot of time memorial. But nevertheless, during that time when the Congress moved, they thought that they needed
Wait. Before we say which George Washington,
Okay.
are we talking about the white one, banking George Washington?
The white one. Yeah, the French,
because
the
the other George
white.
Washington died in 1905, in which after he died,
1905,
all
correct.
this started kicking off. So go ahead.
And that's when you could see it all. Because after that, once I realized it and started you teaching us that, it shows the time frames of when they started to do the deception to get us where we are right now. But nevertheless, they had put this is the history that I found researching this. It shows that the Congress had made with control of the money, had got control of the money, and then they started controlling the printing of the money paper as well as the bills, and they the Congress was the only ones that could do any coin of money, and that was in the Constitution, that the Congress only had control of that. Then in 1913, Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act, which gave possession of the money for the people over to Congress, which it wasn't banks here, it was treasuries here first. And then they made it into the Federal Reserve Bank.
Yes, ma'am.
So from that 1913,
Which they already know. They
1933,
already admitted they got it from the freedmen banks that were pretty much robbed all
Correct.
at one time. Go ahead.
Correct. So then from 1913 into 1933, it was all the authority over the gold and the people's money was Congress had control over that, and they had control of the nation's gold until they ultimately end up making the country go bankrupt. And that's what happened with that 1933 matter when President Roosevelt did the executive order to show that everyone had all the gold had to be confiscated,
Right.
and that it had the National Emergency Act and all that.
Bingo.
So-
I was actually going to bring up the perilous state and the war and why they need to be
Yeah.
converted into war bonds and liberty bonds and this one and that one. Go ahead.
And so that again, that's the money that they can control is those, and that made it not the federal money, which made it debt. See, they took it from the gold and silver. They took that all off, and then all the people had was to be able to discharge or pay fiat, their fiat currency, which they had control over, which had a taxation upon it, and that's what they started charging the people with. That's how they started charging the taxes to the people.
On their money
that
that they received, they took the
Correct.
gold as debt.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
They made it.
Yes.
You
So
like that makes so much sense. Now that I'm thinking about that,
that
go ahead.
so
That'll
so
cause
in
a
the process,
huge deficit that you can never get out of. Because on the flip side of
in
that, you will
perpetuity.
never go broke with the trust. The flip side of that is hell is what to that type. Oh well, you'll be in servitude forever and ever. Go ahead.
And only thing you had to use is their debt note.
Yeah.
So how would you ever get out
Wow.
of it if you're on then the corporate, United States, we know it's a corporation, so they took from, and that's what I'm going to say about the 1871. That Constitution was made for corporations, not for men and or by men. So it made everything had to become a corporation. So that's when they started doing the Registration Act, started doing the birth certificates and the Social Security, all under the de facto government, which they're considering as it's a thing called the settler colonialism. And
Yes.
I'm gonna read it. It says it's a structure that perpetuates the elimination of indigenous people and cultures to replace them with a settler society. And it says some, but all scholars agree that the settler colonialism is inherently genocidal. So they put onto George Washington's people and on this land their own society, in which we see today. They did a democratical Republican, but it was all their socialism and society, because once I started finding out, like, if there was a preamble, we study, but so once we like it's a preamble, it had to be some rules before then. And the one law that I found that was before then, that was Georgia's law. One of the gentlemen had mentioned it the other day, which it was a thing that was called Unlawful Societies Act of 1799. And it says in there that they cannot have, okay, it says, I'm gonna read it, was an act passed by Parliament of Great Britain in 1799 as part of the measures of the Republican. And it says the Combination Act is sometimes the act is restricted to activities of radical secret societies like the London Correspondence Society and the Society of United Irishmen. Any society was prohibited. So it was banned, and that was one of the things that the colonists that was here did not like about, and that's what made them wanted to go into rebellion of the different laws and rules that was already placed on the land that we are in now, which was royal colonies. They called them colonial colonies, and they keep switching the names out to make them states, nations, all that. And it looks like right now it's all about the rollover of who owns, like the gentleman, one of the Rockefellers, somebody said, control the money and you'll control everything, or something
Yes,
like that.
right. Yes, ma'am.
So it feels like that's where we are right now, because we are under their jurisdiction by default because of not knowing, because United States that we are now under the 1871 is the District of Columbia, and it's a territory, but it was never made ratified. Let me say that it was never ratified from what it's saying. And it says in 1871, Congress did expressly incorporate the District of Columbia, but D.C. and the United States are not one and the same. In that act of 1871, Congress also expressly extended the U.S. Constitution into D.C. So it says, and then it was one thing I try to do is try to get the definitions in the law or Supreme Court judgment that shows
Yes.
that these things are in defect. So it's like hands down,
Yes, ma'am.
it's no plausible deniability about this, as well as the fact that we all know that it's a corporation and they formed these municipalities. They started from that point on, they just ambushed us after, like you said, 1905. They just ambushed us with all these things where they was taking out our men and, and are taking them to go to different places to go war. And then they was just laying things on top of us with the wars, with the flooding of the dams. It's just so much, but I thank you because it's so refreshing, because it's all coming together and it's making more sense than not making any sense, because in the beginning it's so confusing, but
Yes.
sir, and I just thank you. It's so much more. I just don't want to keep rambling.
Oh,
You
you
know, I'm
can
a little
ramble.
bit
You
nervous
said
because I'm
you
a
you said
little
you said everything that a person needs to say before the ramble. It's not that I don't. I enjoy the ramble. It's always theater to me, but at least constructed in a way we can understand. And I really appreciate Lewis you finding the courage to call in because
I
I know
appreciate
how
you.
you know
You
how
know,
I see myself after I watch the show. Like, why am I? Why do I go so hard? But at the
I
end of the day, look what it
I
creates.
thank you for going hard. I thank you for going hard. It's a blessing to be and just to hear everybody else's who just putting their
Take
knowledge
a
and
shot.
wisdom
Take a
and all
shot
of us
at
come
it.
together.
Take a shot
Just,
because two,
just take
three
a
years
shot. It's
ago,
not a
we wouldn't have been using these words the way that we would have been like, I still don't, But
exactly,
it's making sense and
exactly.
watching it come to pass is it's a blessing.
Okay, I do want to say one more thing about the king. It says I found it's a case law, and it says the people of the state or the successors of the former sovereign are entitled to all the rights, common law, and commercial remedies that formerly belonged to the king by his own prerogative. And it's a case called Langston versus Smith, and it's on 4 Wendell 9, New York of 1829. And in that, it shows that it was proven that it was a king here, and that he left the law. It says the people, which I just read to. Then it also says governments are but trustees acting under derived authority to have no power to delegate what is not delegated to them. But the people, as the original fountain, might take away that they have delegated and entrusted to them to whom they please. So the government is supposed to be here to serve and not control the men and women of the land. But if it's a corporation, they have control because it has been ceded to them. And if you read the Constitution from the 1871 76, you will see how that they curved it so that it gave possession and control to them. But it really does not. Like you said, we have to stand up and become approved first before God, because the only way to really get into the Supreme Court, you have to go through God. I'm there right now in the process, and it's a thing called the King's Bench jurisdiction. And once you look into that, you will see it talks about it's all about the common law, and just understanding that we are not a corporation, that we were placed into, we have to get out of Babylon. We were placed into Babylon and get out of Babylon. And the only way we can do it is through God. And I thank you, King. I thank you, Kev. I mean it. I thank you. It's so much that's going on in my life and all that, but God is great. You are great. I love all y'all. For
Thank
real.
you, Queen. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.
Yes, ma'am. And that takes courage to get up there before the class, even in the virtual world, and make your voice known. So ain't no telling how I'ma act. You take care of what you've been, and then I'm gonna do me. You know, don't judge your call after off of me, because it's probably not gonna go the way you thought it was gonna go on either side anyway. So who's the state? Georgia's. Who did it? J.P. Morgan. We know the theatrics in which it was done. Who did it? 424-209-9506. What was that state? What minerals was that state? What lands was overthrown? What coup d'etats was going on at the time? You would have to find proof of all that. Okay, the source. Okay, the theory is George Washington Gillespie it is. Do you agree? Yes, I do. Not just because it's Gillespie, because that's where the gold following the yellow brick road, like Alice in Wonderland. So so it must be the trust of George Washington that we was talking about the Jubilee and all that hands down to the so-called heirs of freedom and not of the 14th Amendment dead. nation. There's no such thing of a dead race, a dead nationality, a dead nothing. Dead man tell no tales, I guess, in this situation. 424-209-9506. We've been watching these trust videos. You got to have more than just a few words. You got to have more. With all the information you've been here this whole time, you got to have more than just a few words. At any time, you can call back, like I said. There should be never a dull moment here. Because it ain't going to be one entertainment show. It ain't going to be no damn dull moment over there. So let's make this just as equally as powerful. It ain't going to be no dull moment over there. Talking silliness, laughing all night. But that's cool. But let's take care of it. Let's take care of it. 424-209-9506. I'm getting text messages, but I'm not getting no call. I'm getting messages, but I'm not getting no call. I don't know what this is. You feel me? And I tell everybody, if you got something to send me on my text messages, you might as well send it on my Patreon, because that's where my class is. Calling me on my number and stuff like that on this Google Hangout, I'm not answering that. I'm not even like paying no attention to the messages unless it's somebody like B who's calling in. Other than that, I'm kind of cool. Kind of want my show to run a specific way, you know, and don't want to be held back any longer from what awaits. You know, El Dorado, the Trust, the Golden Child. Go ahead, knock it down. Give it a shot. 424-209-9506. My moderators got real comfortable. They don't even call in no more. Press one, y'all. They don't got real comfortable, and that was supposed to be mandatory. They don't even call in no more. They just playing. They just playing. Press one. As soon as I say call in, they start posting links, and they don't even call in. I thought we was a class. El Dorado, the Trust. Remember we was talking about 1864, the first military bank was what? The Free Labor Bank. We can't just keep using they and them, and then they wanted R and things of this nature. This doesn't make sense in reality. Who was the armed guard? Well, it was from where? The Free Labor Banks. Remember them? That should have you going already. Free Labor Bank. Remember them? They was ran by who? Mr. Cook. They were the guards of that. A lot of the people you think is Buffalo Soldiers were actually Black Pinkertons for cooking them. Can we agree on that? People from foreign nations who began to lay down the law on the real so-called Americans in association with the bankers, who I call the Moors, who the Moors called the Black Moors. Their civil war is their war against you. Internal. Can we say this again? This is why they be wanting reparations. All their history start right there. They were with the Confederates the whole time. Do you not remember that? I showed this plenty of time. They were with the Confederates the whole time. To do what? Overthrow what is what's important. They couldn't pay back the loan. Remember? Now, does that make sense? If Russia is Germany and Germany is Russia and this one is that one is this one and that one, and they all in the U.S. doing what? Doing world fairs, hanging out, having fun, eating oatmeal cookies. What y'all want me to put Germany? You want me to picture what does an American look like? What does a French person in Germany all look like in the political realm? They all look the same. They all look like J.P. Morgan and them. They all look the same. J.P. Morgan looks like the American version, Mr. Cook that looks like the French person that looks like the Russian communist you call Stalin, who did bad things. So this is not going to be that difficult. Coffee and Kush TV, KevRow University on the air. What up?
Hey, Kells B calling back. You was talking about the Buffalo Soldiers and being the military bank. I just sent you a picture with them in South Carolina. You got it?
Not yet. I'm about to right now. When I said no, I'm like, damn. I'm like, nah, no, B did not go find what I just said. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I got them lined up. You're going to have to zoom in on them, but it's a big line.
I'm finna bring it up for the classroom can see the army of the banking system. This is so funny to me because it's like, dang, I just spoke on them being the white man security force. And what I mean by the white man, I don't mean the average white person. I'm talking about them bankers. That's what we call the man. And let's not mix the three up with nothing. I'm not talking about no average white person. I'm talking about the man, the corporation protectors.
Corporation.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Him, right? The dead man.
Yes, sir. Straight up.
Hell yeah.
So, like, man, when you said that, I said, oh, man, that's crazy. Like, that they right here. It's them in Connecticut.
So who are them? Who are them? I turned into a Democrat. Who are they, sir? Go ahead.
They are the 29th Regiment of Kinetic Volunteer Infantry. It says they were shown here were in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Oh, that's freedom.
Military,
if you volunteer,
yep.
That's the work. That's the what kind of bank is that? A free labor work bank. What the fuck?
Free labor, yes.
Free
sir.
labor bank.
It says.
So if you want to be free, you would join this army. Because remember about the Freedmen Bank. If you join this bank, you'll be free. Remember? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It says
wow.
The Military Savings Bank at Beaufort opened up in 1864 by General what's his name? General Rufus Sexton. Eventually became one of the Freedmen's Banks.
Wow,
so
that makes sense.
That's it right there. It became one of the Freedmen's Savings Banks branches. So they were all putting their money together. And that's how you get these people talking about they Freedmen's and stuff. But if you zoom in on it, you can see they men of color with the Buffalo Soldier uniform on right there. I had to zoom in on it. But that's them with the white gloves and that hat and all of that. They all right there. They lined up.
What hat you talking about? That Russian garb?
No, not that one. You know the
the Civil War hat.
Buffalo Soldier. Yeah, the Civil War hat. And then if they in South Carolina, that would be the Confederates.
Bingo. That's where Kwame Brown and them say they Geechee to the freedmen and all. Come on, man.
So now, hey, look, y'all keep telling. We gonna keep telling. This is gonna come up.
So what do you
know that KevRow think tank?
So
the more they talk,
go.
the closer we get.
So they are the bankers' police force.
The bankers' police force, they army, and that's yes sir, they are. They're talking about the police brutality, y'all. That y'all part of it. Yes sir.
So wait a minute. So the people in the Civil War in these garments right here were actually at war with the real sovereign people and the heirs of freedom of this nation?
Yes, sir. That's why they try to keep us lost in a allegory about getting our backs beat and everything, but y'all was the ones doing the beating for the man y'all talking about. So
This
we
is
can see clearly
extraordinary.
how y'all get down. Y'all double agents like a mother.
See, I was just about to go there. That brings up. Wait a minute. Is this Sarnetta and them family?
Very well, yes, sir.
Huh? Let's be real.
That's what it's looking.
Let's do the
That's
research.
it.
What would they will sign up to be monkeys for the bankers. That will be their what will be their religious construct. Quantum physics or some we came from monkeys and they got to be that. They have to for what? Freedom. And
Yes,
then
sir.
they was
That's why
robbed.
Now they mad and they want reparations and trying to get in there, but you signed up to get robbed.
Now, what did Francois say when he called in? Man, we was the freedmen. I know.
There you go, right there, Francois.
Yeah,
you was the freedman.
Yes, you were.
You sign up. That's it. And how did you get free? By signing up to be a Buffalo Soldier and be with the bankers. So that's what it is.
And so they convinced us
You
to
not
be
the
black in
king.
law today. They with them.
That's what he said. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was saying it like my family is the royals or the king.
He talking about
that's not what it is.
No, no. You the freedmen, sir. You were with the Confederacy. That's why you French. Because you were with the Confederacy of Jamaica and many other places from the islands that was genociding our people out. You are that, brother.
Haitians speak French. Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
You
Yes,
come
sir.
from that. So the freedmen banks, they thought I was about to mix they shit up with ours. They don't know I'm on a real knowledge and wisdom search. Just because I bring up the Freeman Banks and names doesn't mean that's ours.
Right.
These are the first people
just breaking it down.
Yeah, I'm just breaking it down. These are the first people who invested in a white supremacist. They were the first ones to be, they like the first blacks to be labeled some white and get privilege and be able to get what from banks? Usury, extra. We got a fancy more watch. We got a better car. We're able to go here. And that's very enticing to people who got to work.
Hey, put your money with us. We can double up.
Facts.
That's it. And you got scammed, so don't get mad. You not understand. Maybe that you gotta understand. You got scammed.
But all of them robbed the king.
Yes, sir. And they still trying to take his credit with how he saying yesterday. You not the king. It don't say Francois means king or royal. It don't mean that. Now you've been educated, sir. That's it. You trying to put over the king, that ain't what it said. That ain't what it means. That's why you so mad. Like, calm down.
How could you be mad at another person for that? That's not, I mean, you were born a Francois. You've been trying to say it means this and it means that and it means this and it means that, but it doesn't.
It don't. It just means you became a free man through servitude to the corporation.
Damn.
That's it.
Damn.
That's it.
Now I just gained a
You
bunch
a
of new
soldier.
people who not gonna like me no more because of this. No, man.
They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Take it out, man.
Yeah, man.
Take it
Y'all
out.
robbed a regular
Don't do
man,
bad.
robbed him, and tried to be the white man's, the corporation's monkey. The what was that? A friendship treaty with a banking system.
That's it. And the banking, the banks, what they do, they rob. That's what they do, J.P. Morgan style. They gonna rob and they scam. That's where you get that from. The scamming, the original scammers, the big boss who they work for. So that's what it is. Soon as you said that, I was like, oh.
Soon as I said what?
Picture. Soon as you said that, talking about them working for the bank, I had the picture. I said, "Wow, look at that, man!" Yeah, right there.
So that
So
gives a
it's no plausible.
a broader perspective to who robbed the bank, who was in association, who was giving governorship over the people, and who was forging their identities for the bank. They still do the same thing today.
Sir.
Wells Fargo, Chase, and all them getting caught up in the same bullshit today. But this nation was founded on it. So we, as the people who all this was taken from, and we're not of the bank, you have a lot of waking up and standing up to do. Go ahead, B.
Yes, sir. And with them making that statement that this military became the Freedmen's Bank, that was like, wow, bro, that's it right there. So that was them, and then which in turn became what? The Freedmen's Bureau that you was teaching us about. The Freedmen's Bureau, and then when you get what's his name?
So you got the FBI,
Frederick
you got
Douglass.
the FBI and the Freedmen's Bureau. What the fuck is the Freedmen's Bureau, sir?
That's scouts, straight up.
No, like
me,
official.
scouts.
What is it?
Oh, the Freedmen's Bureau?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. The Freedmen's Bureau was another. Hold on, I got this notes. Dang. It's basically the Freedmen's Bureau is a branch of like the Freedmen's Bank. Like they was like the overseers, became the overseers of it. Hold on, I got the official.
What?
Like, yeah, like they said, the Freedmen's Bank. Hold on, let me pull my notes up. So
Wait a minute now.
Okay, you got the Freedmen's Bureau, which is the corporate, which was federal, like the federal bank. It was corporate. The Freedmen's Bank.
Is that the insurance on? Because what's the difference between the Freedmen's Bureau and the Freedmen's Bank?
Now they try to say that the Freedmen's Bank was what the people were invested in, and the Freedmen's Bureau was the federal government and the corporate version of.
No. That's just impossible. The corporation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's impossible. They have to be like the FDIC or some shit like that. Like the insurance behind it.
Right,
What's
like
the
when
yeah, what's that? What's that?
Let's pull that up. Bureau. I can't find it in my notes, so I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay, Freedmen's Bureau. Oh my God, here we go. 1 second. Okay, the Freedmen's Bureau. It says the Bureau of Refugees, Freedmen, and Abandoned Lands, usually referred to as simply the Freedmen's Bureau, was an agency of early Reconstruction assisting freedmen in the South. It was established on March the 3rd, 1865, and operated briefly as a U.S. government agency from 1865 to 1872. After the Civil War, to direct provisions, clothing, and fuel for the immediate and temporary
That's
shelter.
that's the underground military. Disguise, yes, that's an underground military.
Yes, sir.
There's no other. That's the funding for an underground military.
Yep. And it's saying
what else could they be?
That's it. Yes, sir. Wow.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. What else could they be?
That's exactly what they is. We look at, and wow. It said it was instituted by Abraham Lincoln. Franklin.
Ah, see,
That's it. Got him. Yes, sir.
it's a
Yes,
takeover.
sir. The Bureau. It's a takeover. So that's they play. That that's their position. You with Abraham Lincoln and the takeover. Wow. Yes, sir.
Shit, I'm just amazed that it's we can see this.
Yes, sir. And the more like having the proper perspective when they talking, they perspective throw it off. It just leads to more eye opening things on what how it really is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Kel, I ain't gonna slow it down because I know you got more for us. I just wanted to bring that out because I heard you say that and I seen that picture and I just want to bring that to the class. Yes, sir.
Who do you think Roosevelt is?
Uh,
You ever given that any
Franklin D.
consideration?
Uh,
I always, who do he look like to you?
hmm. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Because
I
he's
hadn't.
he's like
I hadn't.
martyred as the greatest ever, as Hitler is the worst ever. Press one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he do got like. Yeah, he do got. He got that sinister look. But
Trying to be,
I
yeah,
hadn't.
he got that Stalinish made to look good, but there's something off. Go ahead.
He got an Italian look. I don't know why. When I'm looking at his face, like I'm gonna find out who he look like. You know it's good. Yes, sir.
Well, that'd be interesting. I know Taj probably like we've got so many people as well, but
Yeah, who does he look like?
because everything happened with him and the other Roosevelt.
Yeah, him and Theodore Roosevelt.
No, Theodore Roosevelt and Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yes, yes, sir. Franklin D.
Yeah, these two of no relation, of
And
course.
see that, and for him to forgive all the debt and everything, like yeah, you involved. We gotta find him too.
Well, they are involved. Well, he forgave all of the debt that he got from what? Who? What debt? The Dawes debt.
The dog's debt.
So they forgave their
Dog.
own debt because they say, by way of USA, we forgive France. Even though a lot of us are playing French roles and German roles, and our great German friends is over there, we gonna forgive they debt because they, what? Why forgive their debt if they owe you?
And then they came with their Youngs playing the postpone it for like a year or so before they did it. Then boom, they FDR went ahead and
So they forgave their
forgave the
own debt.
debt. Yes, sir. Uh, what did they have? Talking about the financial crisis and with this dude Hoover moratorium was it says the Hoover moratorium was a 1 year suspension of German World War I reparations obligations and repayment of the war loans that the United States had extended to the Allies in 1817, I mean, in 1917 and 18. The moratorium was the result of a uh, proposal used on 20th June 1931 by the United States President Herbert Hoover that was extended to cease on the international financial crisis and provide time to recover. Okay, that's when that was the beginning of it. But FDR was the one who went ahead and did it, you know. So that was a plan for them to do that anyway. How I see it, like y'all, if you owe money, you just owe money. Keep making your payments. Like we gonna give you a break, and then after we give you a break, we just gonna be quiet about it. Then boom, go ahead and forgive it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, they forgave the debt and stole the gold.
Yes, sir. And he went from the gold standard to this fiat, like
Yeah, because now you're
it's the
forever enslaved to the French. That's why they would give you a Statue of
hmm
Liberty and invite all their friends over here. Remember, it was given by way of what? It has to be given.
uh
The lady told us
like a gift.
like a gift. It has to be
Yes, sir.
charitable of uses.
Charitable, yeah, yeah, charitable
So
uses.
they give you a Statue of Liberty, a huge furnace,
And you paid for it.
and you
Dang,
pay
that's
for it
crazy. Dang.
of their God of the sea. Their people come right through there. Yours never came back from there.
We
The people who
diabolical
came
plan.
from through Ellis Island said it smelled like human flesh. It smelled like a fucking
And that
crematory. Huh?
and that's so crazy. That's so crazy. I never heard anything about that until you brought that up. I said, wow, they had a whole furnace here. And that kind of makes me think about even in their depictions of people coming over, you see all this smoke. You know, like why was it so smoggy? Now we know
Yeah, I mean,
they were actually burning people.
that
Diabolical.
could be so because they was doing Baal rituals in the middle of Soldier Field in Chicago with Baal, the god of Baal, and had baby ritualistic stuff going on at the early World Fair. So for these Tatari in the head ass people to pretend they don't know what's going on when you are the great grandchildren of this, no, it's time for us to know what's going on. Okay? I
For
just got
real.
sent some
For real.
classified information from Shiva. Lord have mercy. She sent me, let me bring this on the screen and I'm going to talk to you at the same time. All right, it says this is for the classroom. Shout out to the supporters of the row. The Black Cabinet, our Federal Council of Negro Affairs, or the Black Brain Trust, was an informal term used for a group of African Americans who served as public advisors to President Franklin D. Roosevelt and the First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt in the terms of office of 1933 to 1945, every year of Adolf Hitler's reign in power. Go ahead.
Wow.
The Black Brain
Wow.
Trust? Wow. All this going
Dang.
on. Damn. So he had a whole group of black people that probably served in the freedom that they fought for, hence your destruction.
For real. They got a whole think tank. But a whole wow.
A whole think tank that came from those
On how to
nations
destroy.
who helped invade yours. Do you get it? So those
Yes,
same
sir.
dudes who was in gear of Union gear and Confederate gear and all of that nonsense, these guys went home and put on banker suits when they got their deal and became the think tanks for your brain, your black brain. It became the Black Brain Trust. And you were never gonna wake up from this. I got it on the screen right now. What do you think about the Black Brain Trust?
Dang. Make me think about subversion off top when I'm thinking about Black Brain Trust.
That Monkey
The
Mind
monkey
Trust?
mind.
Oh
Yes,
my
sir. The
goodness.
monkey mind trust. It's the first thing I think of.
You think these black
Wow,
folks are
man.
interested in keeping you at a state of mind that they did testing on back in Epcot in Universe 25 in the Mechanical Monkey?
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. Uh, I'm like, man. Then I start thinking about these so-called leaders. All of them, po- uh, gotta be involved in it. I know it's gonna come. We're gonna be able to find it too.
What you mean?
All of these leaders, like okay, you got all these from Garvey, W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah,
All these
because they
people.
all look like black Germans. But W.E.B. Du Bois
Yes,
don't look
sir.
like one of us. These people don't sound like us.
Right.
They're like the white man soldiers.
Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Yeah. I said,
That's why
man,
Marcus Garvey was dressed like that. These are the little people who helped at the time genocide these people out of existence and help get them on Ellis Island to be transported to where?
to get them on Ellis Island to be transported, meaning these people.
Our
once they
people,
get,
yeah. Our people was ripped up off the land and taken where? Ellis Island and taken where? Iberia.
Liberia.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yes, sir.
who attacked us over there? It was a setup.
The natives of that land.
That mean Africa.
Attack
That mean Africans.
Africans.
Now, the Africans that attacked
sir.
us was more like the French still anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because France and Africa is one. So who attacked you?
France.
France. And they
That
used
was
the black soldiers
France,
to do
yes,
it.
sir.
France attacked your soldiers. Nazis. France.
Yes, sir.
Right there.
Africorps.
Africorps. Blacks
Yes,
and
sir.
all Arab, everybody came against your people right there in West Africa.
Dang.
We went over there to
That's a
help build
nightmare.
and give them a state that'll get them there to here and be that's one. So Africa,
We went over there
go ahead.
we went over there and brotherly love. trying to help y'all,
Bingo.
and y'all double crossed.
They double crossed us right there. Now this whole come back to Africa and this don't make sense.
Yeah, and that it don't.
Africa don't want
like,
to
man.
address Africorps and the invasion that they murdered our ancestors along with the French.
Yeah, they can't because they know what they did.
Now they
know.
established themselves as Moors over here.
Moors, and under these other false religions, Moors, you got the NOI too.
What
because
about
they
it?
all come from the same thing. You got what's his name? What's the dude? I can see him right now. Look like
Take your
Russell
time.
Simmons.
Take your time.
What's his name?
The boys?
Elijah Muhammad.
These
Elijah Muhammad.
niggas said Russell Simmons.
That's who he look like to me, bro.
Oh my goodness, go ahead.
Russell Simmons.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I see.
Oh, you threw me for a curveball.
All
on
of
that
these
one, buddy.
people are part of that. And they with the Back to Africa movement. They Garveyites. I'm like, man, bro. All of them just led our people to the slaughter, and we just ain't do nothing but try to help. I say, man, and then they also with the change your name, the X factor, I call it in my mind.
Do you
Yeah,
think
not
do you
change
think
your name to
Roosevelt and these boys wanted us to change our name to an X marks the spot and X sign
Oh,
on the
they-
dotted line? Would you think that was a play
Oh,
by the
they-
bankers to make us want to do that?
Yes, sir. That definitely was a play by them because that goes right with their plan to when they get you off the land, excommunicate you. Now we
Expatriate
got
you?
names, just like the expatriate, just like the bankers we saw in that video was getting all the names, where your people live, where you from, everything on the bank statement.
So all the Civil
they
War
already
people and
had
all the
all the
people
info.
they all banked at the Freedmen's Bank.
Yeah, because they was you got
Soldiers.
Frederick Douglass. Yep, and all their money was going straight into their bank.
So they was refunding the
you
war
work
and
for free.
convinced. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Say it
That's
again.
slavery.
Oh my. Say it again.
Working for free.
Well, that's working for free.
They had them all working for free. All your money going in here, you looking like you seeing the statements. But not knowing when you get ready to go get it, oh, it's gone. They done already did it.
We won the war.
Gave
Now
it,
you're an American.
got you. Yup.
Now we won the war.
Golly.
Does anybody else understand that? Press one out there. And this isn't no hate. This is just we're trying to figure
What we
out.
learning.
Yeah, it's what we learning and what we bumping into. We trying to figure out who is who. Not that we're trying to get history right and thought upon correctly from many different angles. You know, not just his story, but your story, our story. What do you see when you look at history? This is what we see. Go ahead, B.
But to get it right, it's got to be done that way. That way, you know, hey, it ain't gonna be no room for animosity between nobody because we know what it is and everybody proper position. You know, that's the way it's got to be. The truth gonna set us free.
If you
Yes,
don't
sir.
live in an allegory in time immemorial, it will make sense to you to become more clear the more focus you have. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, sir. And then you don't have to, like you say, live in an allegory and people thinking that things are one way. And it's not like that. And then you'll fall into another hole. What you say about how they say about going into one door, going out of one door into another.
Yes.
If we gonna get the truth on the matter, you know, and whether however painful it is, we gonna get the truth, and we will prevent ourselves from going into another false door. We'll know the truth. That's what we after.
So you deny God, chasing sovereignty from God, ending up dead. That's what you come to in monkey mind.
Yep, because everything dead. Everything dead. Like everything from the status that you get
Wow.
is a dead status. To
Whose status is
end
that?
up that's really the people who's coming over here. That's really their status. That ain't our status. You know, that's their status. They did the swap. They accept white when they come over here, but they really just workers. They got the black status. So now I look at when they be talking about 3/4 of a man, they wasn't talking about us. That's y'all.
No, that's
what
y'all.
supposed
It'd
to
take 3 or 4 y'all as the votes to amount up to mine because I'm from here. It wouldn't suffice.
Exactly.
Doesn't make it. That's a catch-22, fool. That's not for you to answer. 3/4 of a man is, sir. I was born here. We have a heritage here. Our lands will never be alienated. It's impossible for you to, you know. And if you're living under that standard and you were thinking overthrow, help us, give us a little freedom from this federal system, and then aha, gotcha. Once you pass them some laws, they subvert you, and now they got a whole historical background. It's good. Go ahead.
And then they teach your future generations that, oh, you from Africa, you was a slave, you not from here, so you don't have the mindset of, you know, I'm part of this and this is ours. You got the mindset of I'm from somewhere else.
And we came over here and fought, and in the 1800s, Noble Jew Ali, and then this happened, and then we became free. And this is really Morocco.
Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. So you looking at him as like he's something good, not knowing that, oh man, this what did you in. That's how they can do it. Yes, sir. That's crazy.
You signed up.
That's wild right there.
You signed up for debt.
Dang. Death square. So they get you with the status, what you signed up for, your thought process, then Universe 25, they can start running their programs now. Now you thinking this the way to be.
As long as it look like the circus is having fun. You see, if the circus is popping, it make you want to go, what's going on, man? I got this long hookup, bro. My name Brother Polite.
PPP loans.
My name DJ over. Envy, man. My name Tony the Closer, man.
Dang. That's all it is out here, just straight scamming, man.
Yeah, a person can't make an honest living. They're ungovernable. You know, one of the reasons why law was made for people like this, not people like me who wake up every day with a thirst to generate revenue for himself and be a better person. I'm the perfect person. You've been in jail a couple times, you learn from you, and now you progress. Just the idea of American nigga ain't gonna fix his life just to find out you niggas is crooked. No, the rules that apply to us Democratic hood niggas still apply to you too. Go ahead, King. Do better. If you knew better, you would do better.
Straight up. And then it's like, got people living a facade, like you looking like you doing it, but you living in debt. You a slave. You with Chinese shackles, basically.
Say it again. Say it again.
You got people looking like they doing it or being successful, but in reality, they in debt. They in debt bondage, and our people going for that, thinking that this is the way to be. And instead of conducting good business, you think messing over people is good business. They got a distorted view.
You absolutely
Yes,
right.
sir. It's like the view is distorted, and then they don't know. That make our people not want to deal with who they think our people is because of how they getting down, how these people getting down, doing all these scams and everything. The
only thing they know is that, you know. So it's you either a good person or you're not. Go ahead.
And you got your like we were saying before, if you're a thief and you got your money by stealing, that's how you're gonna have to keep doing it. Because like you said, you don't know nothing else. That's all you know. That's your whole. That's it. You've been educated in criminality.
Yeah, and doing bad things.
Yes, sir. Doing bad things. I said, wow, bro.
My nigga said y'all been educated in doing bad things.
You got a whole training school and everything. They come to my school, we'll show you how to do this real estate. They can't even own it in reality. Bro.
Yeah, man. Then you get your license right here, and then it's gonna come right here. Now this where you make your money. You gonna take out a loan after taking out a loan. Press 1.
Dang, bro. And you actually paying these people to teach you how to do things.
You buying scamming books and wonder why they ain't come yet. How to scam, and then wonder why the book ain't even came. Because you got scammed. You're trying to learn. That's how you learn. They taught you. That's how Brother Polite taught everybody how to scam.
Through these books
that never came. Like, that never came.
At, bro?
Yeah, where my book?
Hey, lesson 1. Don't trust me.
Lesson 1. Got a book for sale, right? Go ahead.
For real, this boy probably stole the information on the book and wrote. Talking about he wrote a book.
Oh, his wives was the biggest hustlers. They the big ones. They the big hustlers. They the one going to Costco's 4 a.m. doing reprints of people books and memes and shit, trying to sound correct, politically correct every day. You feel me? Waking up every morning, scam United 2 Ray right there with books, niggas. Copy and print. Books is bagging up, and then he had the nerve to say, a multi-trillion-dollar company, PayPal, scammed him, and he was going to prove it. But go ahead. I don't want it to be about him, but it just goes to show you the crescent moon had star beings are different.
They was on their J.P. Morgan.
They was on their
Same
JP
thing.
Morgan.
The getting a forgery on. That's how he was doing it. You know, like we learned. Hey, he taking all the names, forging it, making this false corporation look legit. It's just looking legit. That's their whole thing, looking like they legit. But when you look into it, you see like, oh man,
it was a gimmick.
What are they? It's a gimmick, bro. It's all like when you look. I think about them old Western movies when they got the fake towns. It ain't nothing but think they got saloon and everything. You look behind it, it's nothing. It's just a prop, a whole setup. It's a dream.
My man,
For
they
real.
look behind it. It's just a fucking face on the fucking 4 sticks holding that little fucking place up.
That shit, the wind gonna blow it down when it comes through here. Like, dog, oh man, I invested in this town. Ain't nothing ever gonna happen. Ain't nothing ever coming from it. That's crazy.
Nothing ever. The lady was like, shit, we got to go back and put ourselves back as under the king. We don't want to be 14th Amendment citizens, and I'm with them. I don't want y'all to be 14th Amendment citizens neither.
Straight up.
You hear me?
Kev, it seemed like she was realizing that,
Nigga.
like, while she was reading.
That
like,
shit hurt.
Snap. Like, like she was like,
we don't told these motherfuckers
snap.
we pilgrims. Oh, fuck it. We flew.
Oh,
we
no.
fleed from King George and them, and now we do.
We want to come back. Let us come back. We want it back in the family.
Come on.
Yup.
Wait,
I think she realized that, like, right while she was reading and instructing, like, she paused. At first, she had that sinister laugh, then she realized, like, oh, what's really going on here?
She said they got rid of the preamble to make us. We don't want to be that. So we want to be the heirs in the preamble, fool. You ain't, that's how you got here. The preamble.
Yep.
We had to get rid of the preamble to cut them off from being a nation. Press 1. Damn.
Sir.
Now
in the preamble,
go ahead.
Even in the preamble of the Magna Carta, it's talking about these different nations being under the king.
Because they're all under the king. They wanted to be free from the king. They told us the story about the pilgrims and how they kicked King George ass and destroyed everything. Remember?
Now what? Yup. They had a tea party and all this foolishness.
Facts.
Never makes sense to me.
I'm like, why is y'all doing that to each other? That don't make sense that y'all would do that to one another. But, okay. And now to come to find out, you was just the missing piece. You was the missing link in this whole ape story.
Dang.
Damn, huh?
Just like, dang.
Yeah.
That's wild right there.
Bars.
Part of the monkey business.
Part of the monkey.
Ain't no way. For real. Straight monkey business.
You the missing link. The hell? We ain't got to tell the story if they ain't. We ain't got to give them nothing if we don't put them in the story. What we gonna say about all these people gone? We just not. We not even gonna bring it up. I was fighting you and you was fighting me. They not even in the story. See, that's how you tell the story.
Where did we? Yup, that is how they tell it. Dang, you was over somewhere in another country in the trees and the monkey business. That's it. It's just really another monkey business story. You had on grass skirts and you couldn't speak language. Hey, we saved you.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln put his hand on your nappy head and stood you upright.
Mm-hmm. Dang, bro. Hey, that Abraham Lincoln statue, I was looking at it the other day, Kel. If you look at the throne he's sitting on, Abraham Lincoln sits on fascism. I'm gonna find it real quick.
Yeah, and George Washington sits on something else. He died for this country.
Yes, sir.
That's different. Let's do the research. You get Abraham Lincoln on fascism, and I'll get George Washington statue.
Let's do it.
And then send it to me, and I'll put them both up, and people can see the difference in law. Wow, these some assholes. Press 1.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Abraham Lincoln said, "You free to be Afrikaners? Go to the French and come back the right way." That's what you got. Damn.
For real.
I reckon you Negroes go with Marcus Garvey because we don't ride on the same boat with you.
This dude here.
I reckon y'all's ride with. You can't sit here. You got a own boat over there owned by my good friend J.P. Morgan, of course. They all work pretty good. Get on a boat. Jesus,
This seat's here taken. You tripping.
can't sit here.
Oh yeah. All right. Mr. Abraham Lincoln. I'm about to send it to you right now.
So we in America been believing that Abraham raised the Negro and Abraham Lincoln enslaved us.
Yep. The whole opposite of what we thought it was.
George Washington freed us, and this nigga enslaved us. We would need freeing 2 times.
And then he trying to steal credit.
Yeah.
What they call that?
Stolen valor.
This dude here is the exact dude who did us in and want to steal got stolen valor, taking credit.
Oh my goodness. Makes more sense. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Did you send it to me?
Abraham Lincoln. I'm right now.
Because I just did George Washington. This is for the class.
All right. I got Abraham Lincoln. If you look at, I just sent it to you. If you look at what he's sitting on, you got them bundle of sticks. Boys are fascists. That's fascism. Everybody in the class, we know that for sure.
Everybody on earth know that.
Yeah, straight up, because they are, yes, sir.
They'll tell you that. The conspiracy boys will tell you that. They'll be like, oh, this means fascism. This axe back here. The axes of evil had these bundle of axes meant fascism. So they can't take that away because we all know this.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You can't switch it up now.
Now you said the George Washington statue. Let me get this one. I mean,
yeah, the Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, wow, this is just, he sits on fascism.
Damn.
Them bundle of sticks on both sides. He resting on it. I noticed that. I was like, wow.
And he saved the Union in memory of Abraham enshrined forever. That's the mechanical father right there.
Yup. Dang.
Yeah, because that's who everybody tied to. Mother Liberty, the mechanical mother, and the mechanical father, Abraham Lincoln. So Mother Russia, Lady Liberty, and the American looking George Washington banking historical nonsense. So let me bring this up here. I noticed that they both got their feet pointed
I was
opposite
just about to
end.
say that. Yes, sir.
They both got opposite foot pointed forward.
Wow. I was looking at that, like how he was sitting. So he basically when we pulled up the Baphomet that time when you had them statues, didn't he have his feet in the opposite manner? I gotta look that up. But yeah, ain't no way around it. It's right there. I looked at that, I said, oh man, that makes sense on him doing what he did.
George Washington is pointed upward, bearing
God,
his
right
chest.
hand.
Yeah, his right hand to God with a sword pointing at the rib. At himself, willing to take death over whatever it's conveying, dishonor.
And this dude sitting up here, straight fascist style. He been upheld by a bundle of sticks. That's what he's upholding the thought of him. That's what I get from that. Wow.
Damn, bro.
a total difference. And I'm like, man, I've been seeing this my whole life. I didn't know what it meant till now. I was like, wow, bro.
You didn't know what? Oh, the George or the what you call it?
The Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
I didn't know what it
They
meant.
have you thinking George fought for the Union.
Yup.
That wasn't even around though.
He fighting himself.
Yeah, he was right. Like he was the leader of the Continental Army.
Yeah. Like I'm up here, I'm finna battle myself. I'm the dang. I'm over it. I'm the one who made this place, but I'm gonna battle myself. It's like they said, fable. Just some more fables to lead you in the direction.
Didn't George give his whole estate to the indentured workers, meaning the people who worked for him, meaning family and everybody under him? Now, what does that mean to you? How you gonna set them free from that? But go ahead. When you see, if you thinking slave, you won't see it. He gave his whole estate.
Yeah. That's freedom.
That's
He
freedom.
giving y'all freedom.
He gave you his.
Now,
he gave you royal estate.
He changed your status.
He
leveled you up. Yes, sir.
They changed your status. He birthed you.
Oh wow.
You get it?
Adopted you.
He BERTHED'd you. He birthed you. Made you the first of the land. He birthed you. We was talking about the first corporation and George and how he used it for the good. Yes. Again, Plymouth Rock is a dual stock company, but it all reverts back to him.
Wow.
The East Indian Company is his. Everything is his.
Dang, that's amazing.
So it's the birth of a nation. He birthed this nation. Abraham Lincoln birthed a new one.
He birthed a minor estate.
Bingo. He
Yes,
genocided you out. They set up everything after that.
Dang.
The real birth of a nation is when George Washington gave you his sovereignty. He was on God status because it's his.
And shoot, he even gave us. It said that knew what these people was gonna do.
Deb said he gave asylum. Now you see that? Now what's asylum? He gave shelter. He gave asylum.
Refuge.
We talking Tupac. What's that song he made? Where do a place spot where we go? Where we a spot where we ain't got to get chased down by the police. Where we get
Thug Mansion.
Thug Mansion.
Yes, sir. Wow, man. Thug Mansion. Dang, they came to destroy that instead of, coming in the right way and get accepted in. You want to take it.
Now check this.
Hey,
when Tupac
Tupac
played that song, was he giving reference to Centralia?
That's what yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because that's what it is.
Remember, he had all the musicians was in heaven in that white city.
Didn't he have Dizzy on there too?
He had he had a few people. He had a bunch of old singers that was like could have been made reference to a trust, but it was Centralia because they were imagining heaven, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And he said, "Okay, go ahead." That's crazy to me.
He had.
My bad.
Yeah, it is. Like, wow, bro. All just to understand.
What's the name of that song?
The name of that song is Thug Mansion.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thug Mansion. I'm like, man, just to understand, like, what they try to keep our. That's what all the distraction is about.
Why?
They want to keep our minds off of what it really was and what it really is, and
Facts.
give us a distorted view on who we are, how we act, what we believe in, you know, and look at each other in a distorted way instead of seeing, hey, this my brother or this my sister. All I see is what they try to depict: a thug, all kind of different crazy stuff they want us to look at each
What
other as.
is
But
asylum?
that's just an asylum.
Yes.
All right, they make an asylum like
A crazy house.
a crazy house.
Yeah, we're incorporating an asylum.
Yup. Yeah, they make it a straight crazy house where what is that? Ungovernable people are. Wow.
Did you get it?
All right. Asylum.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. The asylum. The protection granted by a nation to someone who has left their native country as a political refugee. Okay, number two, an institution offering shelter and support to people who are mentally ill. Wow.
Say it again.
All right, look, the second one is an institution offering shelter and support to people who are mentally ill.
Go ahead.
He had been committed to an asylum. The first one, when they say asylum, is the protection granted by a nation to someone who has left their native country as a political refugee. She applied for asylum and was granted refugee status. So, dang, bro.
Now look.
Both ways.
What is it in 1828?
Okay. 1828.
Yeah, sir. We're talking law, right?
Yeah, I gotta keep it lawful. 1 second. 1828.
Yeah, the language of today is so confusing, right?
Yeah, because they try to change the definition of what things are. Okay, 1828 asylum. Okay, Latin from Greek, safe from spoil. It says, and spoil to plunder. Number one, a sanctuary, a place of refuge where criminals and debtors shelter themselves from justice, and from which they cannot be taken without sacrilege.
Go ahead.
Temples and altars were anciently asylums, as were tombs, statues, and monuments. The ancient heathens allowed asylums for the protection of the vilest criminals, and the Jews had the cities of refuge. Okay, number two, a place of retreat and security. Any place of
cities
retreat and
of
security.
refuge, not a place. The Jews had
Yeah,
cities of refuge. That
cities
means
of
protection
refuge.
from debtors. Are you a debtor?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Under what? Fiat currency?
Under fiat currency. They took all the gold. We out here with debt notes. So definitely so.
So George offered what?
He offered refuge. Oh, wow, bro. They instituting this debt system, and you go to George
for what?
For refuge.
For refuge.
For asylum. For refuge. Wow. And then he even recognized and told us, like, hey, this y'all's if y'all can keep it.
If you can
Remember
keep
that
it.
part?
I do. Yes,
If
sir.
you can keep it. I say, wow, bro. Dang. Every time I think about I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about how he was. That's when we was reading how him and his wife was like, "Hey, man, why you around here don't have no work for your family, man? Here, take this." Just the heart he had.
That's different.
Wow, bro.
To
That
give
is
you a
different.
piece of his, a place of refuge where criminals and debtors. Remember, vagrancy was what? A crime.
It was a crime.
So
he gonna give you a
what?
job.
Why would he? Wouldn't he give you? Did you see why they was mad? He gave his whole estate to what? To who? The people who worked in his asylum, in his protection, in his cities. Because he
Right.
had all the what?
That's
The gold.
the
You can't
gold.
buy a
He had
person like that.
everything.
He had everything he ever wanted.
Yes, sir. He had everything. I say, wow, bro. The opposite comes from the corporation.
Yes.
They give you the opposite. If you get some money from them, you gotta pay back with interest. Like you say, that's against the rules. Usually,
That's
say,
against
hey,
the
man,
law.
get on your feet. It's against the law. Yes,
That's
sir.
against the laws of George.
George's rules was just pay back what you owe.
And what
That's
did
it.
Tupac say? Pay back everything they owe, right?
Yes, sir.
What they take?
Everything they owe.
They took everything.
They took everything.
Yes.
So you owe everything.
So you owe everything.
And then how we supposed to judge how we want to be judged. Treat your neighbor like you would yourself. If they practice usury with interest, then they owe the interest.
Facts.
So
this is why I was saying they don't have enough to pay back what was taken, what was done.
Yeah, they don't.
No, you pay back with interest. I don't care if they blow $1 million. Every time you seen them, they were riding around with rims, and they popped a tire at every rim. That's waste. But guess what? That's our problem, not yours.
Exactly. And then you talking about waste, man. They wasting too.
They gave
not
how much they give to
there.
Israel. They just gave all this money to Ukraine, Israel, Russia, the Taliban, both sides of the Ukraine and everything else, but forgot about the sanctuary, the place where we dwell. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that Cash App. Shout out to Kesia with that $1 contribution to the program for a will versus the inheritance. Shout out to you. And she also sent another dollar saying for Levitical law, Jubilee, new heaven, new earth. She gets it. Shout out to Kesia and that $2 contribution. And if you want to make a statement like that, go over there to my Cash App. Say something. Just don't contribute and don't say nothing and make me do it. Go ahead.
That make me think. They got these big checks, and all of a sudden we know how to stop fighting now. Well, if we got a problem with us, y'all know what the problem is. Go ahead and put things where they supposed to be. Y'all ain't really kill. They acting as they over the beneficiary, but they not doing things in the right way. So they lose trust. Ain't no trust in you to be over the trust.
So you in breach of your contract. Well said.
In breach of contract. Yes, sir.
Say it again. Say it again.
You don't
say it again. Say it again. Yeah.
Look, here we go. Look, they acting as fiduciaries over the trust, and they are not doing the proper thing. So there's no trust in them. So they're in breach of contract. So therefore, in the words of Donald Trump, you should be fired. That's it.
And for that reason, I'm out.
For real.
for that reason, yeah, I got to go ahead and take possession of that which was promised to me by God. This is Jubilee, baby. This is laws of redemption coming into play when it comes to the old orders getting what's due to them. Go ahead. We explaining it like no other class on YouTube. Go ahead for the simple man. Go ahead, King.
And what's that word that she used? It's finite, meaning forever.
Yeah.
So it's nothing they can do. Like
This law stands.
they put in place, it stands. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. None of the amending things that you amended, it don't count. It don't count because it was done. It was done in the wrong manner. It wasn't law.
So what you scared?
It
What
don't
you
matter.
don't shake now? What you saying? We got we just what you saying? All the contracts and friendship treaties we don't made with each other don't count because you old black ass don't walk. Go ahead.
That's exactly what it means. They don't count. It was never done lawfully, so it's null and void. Null and void. They try to use these different amendments and everything like I was talking about earlier when they try to use codicil. You can't change it. It don't matter if you use amendments or codicil, you can't change it. It's inalienable, you know? Y'all not
No matter if you
supposed to
start
be
making up
empowered.
languages and start switching them around, the law is the law. Listen what it says for refugee. One who files to a shelter or place of safety. That was our homeless shelter. One who, in times of persecution or political commotion, flees to a foreign country for safety, as the French refugees. That was us who left. Oh my God, left right after the revocation of the Edict of Nantes, and settled Flanders in America. The refugees from Hispaniola, Hispanola, you Hispanics, in 1792,
Hispaniola.
Spain. And here they come.
Spain,
Y'all
Moors.
see, remember war was going on when they all came here? Refugees.
Yep, they were seeking us. They
Asylum.
refugees. All of them refugees.
All of them are
Yes, sir.
refugees. And then they nationalized themselves after the overthrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
It's no getting around it.
Oh.
That's what you are. Hey, by definition, that's what y'all said. Y'all said this before we knew it. You said you was coming over here for a better place,
For a
way
better
of
life, and forget
Yeah.
their old life, and they want to swear and pledge, right?
So you gotta honor your deal.
Wait,
You're a
did he just
refugee.
say honor your oath?
Honor
Wait,
your
wait.
oath.
No, B is not commanding. Jeez, from the little engine that could. Did you hear the spark in him? Jeez. I can see motherfuckers looking at themselves right now. Look at this motherfucker. Y'all gotta honor y'all oath, bro. It's like, damn.
Hey, word is bond, son. Straight up. Yes, sir.
My nigga said, set
Word
it up,
is
run
bond.
and run them numbers, bro. That nigga went from
Real.
he took the law and made it so urban. Well done.
Real.
Yeah, run them numbers, champ. Yeah, like damn. And don't talk to me that. Just set your ass up and go up in there. Easy E style after that. You gotta you gotta finish that up with some urbanness, you know. Add the little Democrat attitude at the end of that.
Just in case they didn't understand the first part, we're gonna tell them how they talk and how you. That's what it is. You've been 50 years of hip hop. You should understand what that mean. Word is born. You can't say you're ignorant of the law now. Real.
Don't act like your ass don't understand these BBD bop words I use now. Nigga, you was bobbing your head all
Yeah.
on TikTok, right? Oh, B.
Yeah. Now it is what it is.
Damn.
You can't say you don't understand.
See?
Anyway, what we learn, ignorance of excuse.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. And if you know the law, it don't matter if you snap your fingers like Taquisha and move your neck around. You know the law. That's just what it is. You may not like how Taquisha wear her sandals and how she go get her nails done and none of that. But if she know the law or you are in no you don't have the jurisdiction to deny your own laws. Shut the fuck up and do your job. I love every
That's
bit of it.
it.
Yeah, I love every bit of it.
Do your job.
Do your job.
You know, like they don't like their supervisors at work, but they still go do their job.
Facts.
So that's what it is. No, ain't no difference. You know, hey, your position is your position. If that's what you're supposed to do, that's what you're supposed to do, or go back home.
Or you don't gotta go home, but get out my face.
What it tell you? Got to get the hell up out of here.
Get the fuck out my face. All this extra stuff, man. Most of the time we be just try to live and try to get this shit right. But the thing is, man, now you're getting asylum, refugee, thug mansion. What did the Bible say? Our God got many mansions. Our Father has many mansions, huh?
Yes, sir.
Many mansions mean what?
Many mansions mean it's a whole
bunch of them.
Wow, bro. A bunch of them. I'm not even going to say a city. It's a whole government, a kingdom.
A whole kingdom.
A whole
When you say
kingdom.
something like that and you read, my Father has many mansions. And now that you're looking at it from this perspective, that hit different. FYBJ man.
Hit way different. Hit way different than the allegorical thought. You just,
I thought at the Bachelor we get a little rube or something, a little desk, a little golden typewriter or something. You feel me? No, but that word means so much more. That saying means so just a fast command. That's somebody on earth couldn't even say that was alive at the time.
Right. Like, wow, bro. Man, that's making me even. Why not? I'm just gonna let's see something. No, I was about to look up the 1828, but we know what a mansion is, And I'm thinking about all the stuff that they destroyed coming up from under the ground with all their foolishness and all the bombings and stuff. Man, when they had the World Fairs, we know they didn't build that stuff that fast. They don't build stuff that fast now.
And it was all white and
these
beautiful.
Was castles like
Centralia, bro.
Like, yes, sir. We can see it. Like, man,
them ain't called no damn World Fairs. You don't bring no goddamn Ferris wheel to the buildings like that and then say they was having a big party. Look, that's why the buildings had to go down. What the hell have we been living in this whole time? And there is no way you can build all of those things. So a hospital will be an asylum.
Yes, sir.
Huh? A mental ward.
A mental ward.
So you don't do bad things.
Try to get your mental.
Say it again. I hope he comes back. What'd you say?
Like they trying to get your mental health together.
Bingo. Because if you're doing bad things, you're not fit to live in the kingdom of God.
You incompetent.
You incompetent. You under the power of them over there. Look, the world. Time to get to work, young man.
Yes, sir.
Makes sense, don't it?
Yes, it does. Makes exact sense.
You can live here, but you got to get to work. You got to put the work in. That make more sense, bro.
Gotta have a job. Yes, sir.
Women who are having babies out of wedlock are persecuted. They go to the mental ward or the asylum.
All of the stuff, pretty much all of the stuff in the way people living now, you will be in the mental ward.
All the criminals. All the people that's like Sexy Red, they will be in there too. And hell yeah, they have been there too because That should be foreign. They'll be like, what the fuck demon is this?
For real. Man, you might get burned at the stake for some of the stuff they
Yeah.
said. For real.
Yeah, if this was back in the day, they wouldn't be
you
doing
can't bring that over here.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That sexy red stuff probably was what they wanted to burn out of you people because that shit is crazy. I'm over here looking at the Lincoln Trust Company, but also the Gillespie Trust Company, which is the Lincoln Trust Company.
Hold on, say that one more time.
The Lincoln Trust Company.
Okay.
Come on, we doing this for the people. Make sure y'all stand up. Make sure y'all support everybody right now. Get over to Cash App right now. Press one. Go ahead.
Over there.
Yeah, go over there. So I want to put up a couple things. I want to put up the asylum, the Gillespie Hospital real quick. Cause I'm just putting the proof up. I don't got time to really break the stuff down because we've been doing so much. But now y'all understand the Gillespie Hospital was what? Asylum. That's why they had to take over the Red Cross. Don't that make sense?
So now they over
the criminals.
Your mental health.
Now they over your mental health. There you go. You was over Gillespie. Yeah, now they they eat these cornflakes with the sugar on it. How's the Wonder Bread? Huh? What the fuck? Eat this.
We gonna make sure you got monkey mind.
Hell yeah, our people was drooling at the lip. What did you give me? LSD pure. Now sign here. What you say? You give us your whole estate. Here, sign here. Oh, you can't. I'll take your hand and do it for you. Your name is X. This is not your signature. This is
now
your
X-Man.
This is your name or your mark. Any or will do in our civilization. Put your mark here. Oh, you can't move? Here, I'll do it for you. X. Thank you so much, Mr. What's your last name? Adams, for your charitable donation. These white folks go. I know Todd sitting at the house like, oh, I want to give it all back right now. Shit.
Oh.
I'm trying to drive it home, nigga.
That is driving it home. I can see it. Oh man, they got down. Oh,
stay right over here to this and get ready to take a shower with all your friends, Mr. Adams and Mr. Washington. Y'all go ahead and line up right here. All right, guys. See you in a minute. There's one.
Boom. They out of the push. The trap door hit. The little train car moved.
Fuck. Let me stop.
Oh, damn, I see it. Oh,
You see
they got
it?
the little underground train.
Bingo.
Oh.
That's where the little volunteers, the little munchkins live.
Like she said.
Genocide them. Yeah. They hit them with the cold flu, with the bird flu. This what was that flu? Smallpox. Hit their ass real good. We finna exterminate their ass. We finna, let's say it with me. We say it with me, chat room, so Vlad TV can see. We are about to exterminate their ass. They thought they had protection. We are now in their shit, nigga.
They taking over the ship.
There it is. So you have protection under the law.
Yes, sir.
So they changed your asylum from here and changed this to a penitentiary instead of rehabilitation program. So our people can do bad things and then learn from mistakes. So they offer life in penitentiary there so we can use your name. You see, it used to be you did the crime. If your crime was so egregious, so crazy, that's what your punishment is. Your punishment. But they had the spirit of the law, discernment at the same time.
Right.
You see, the spirit of the law, discernment. There's no God in commerce law, is it? It's just the law, the
No,
letter
sir.
of the law.
The letter of the law.
Okay. Where's the spirit of the Lord in commerce? There is none.
There is none. They said it.
You will never see
They
a
said it.
judge. You feel me? This is where you get judges who go above and beyond and act out of the experience, which they can do so. A lot of them don't, but a lot of them do at the same time. So, and just giving people a clear mindset on what that is. But yeah, there's a Lincoln Trust and a Gillespie Trust. What do you got?
Okay, the Lincoln Trust. It says is a capital market company.
Uh-huh.
The parent organization is the American Trust Retirement Plan Services. Subsidiaries, Lincoln Trust Company, Asset Management Arm. So
Asset
they
management arm. What's in front of the Lincoln Trust? There was a Washington Monument erected right in front of it. Go ahead. Wow. I'm looking at it right now.
Dang. Now, the Lincoln Trust Company on their website it says LT Trust is the leader in low cost open architecture 401k. They're talking about
Well, of course.
as for because they stealing money.
That's
again.
everything. Yeah, that's how they've been doing. But okay, and the Gillespie Trust?
Okay, the Gillespie Trust.
Trust company, right? Go ahead.
Gillespie Trust Company.
This is amazing.
Now, let's see. They got so much on this. I knew Gillespie was gonna be.
I tried to tell him this is now the study of Gillespie. Press I tried to tell him this is officially the study of the Gillespies versus the banks in America, bro.
For real, man. When I pull up Gillespie, man, all kind of stuff pulls up, Kill. One thing that I that pulled up something called Key Bank.
Huh? Okay. Tell me about it.
It's says Key Bank headquarters in Cleveland, Ohio. Key Bank is a primary subsidiary of Key Corp. Is an American regional bank headquarters in Cleveland, Ohio. Key ranks 449th on 22 Fortune 500.
So no, these are new banks. I'm talking about the old ones.
Yeah, that's not it.
I'm talking about the old ones. But these little things right here are just small little ins and outs and laundering tools. What I'm talking about is in time. I'm finna show the people right now. There's something called the Gillespie Plan, which was a stock. Let me put that up there.
Okay.
In County of Texas. $1 per interest. Yeah, I've been doing my research too. We also know that the Gillespie Moffat and Company was the largest importing house in Montreal and sold a wide variety of British manufactured goods. The firm was also extensively engaged in trade with the West Indies, hence the company. By 1837, it was trading regularly between Quebec and Jamaica in its own and rented ships. I just love researching it. I just love the research
For real.
aspect of it and what people find. And I'm not even there. So let's go back to asylums. So if the state
All right.
is the asylum, if this was the asylums back then, what was what? How did they become what they are today?
Well,
Even there,
with the takeover, they're gonna take over. If
it
you
wouldn't
can
be
deem
much. They're
somebody
already enslaved. They're criminals.
right,
They're
so
already there.
that would be the easiest people to start with to start stealing stuff and stealing names. Because
Well, the easiest place to
you already
genocide them
there.
will be where they are, in their cities of
Yeah,
refuge.
and then deeming people incompetent to take over, that they fall right into place.
Well, they deem
Yes,
people
sir.
incompetent way after. I mean, deeming people incompetent is already in play. They just changed roles. The key is how did they do it and where did they do it? Well, if you're at the asylum or in the place of refuge or in shelter, remember, when war going on, where do you go?
You go to a place of shelter.
There you go.
Yes, sir. A safe place. The people went to a safe place.
Well, shit. Well,
It says
what did it say?
asylum. It says who qualifies for asylums. Uh, it says to seek asylum, you must already be in the U.S. Believe that you're in danger of persecution. Well, that's for foreign people if you return back to your country. But going based on, then I'm looking at the three different types of asylums.
Wait, go
Uh,
back to reading what you just stopped reading. Go back to that.
okay. It says to seek asylum, you must already be in the U.S. and believe that you will be in danger of of persecution if you return to your country. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Learn how to seek asylum and sponsor someone else. Wow. Able to demonstrate that you were persecuted or have a fear of persecution in your own country due to your race. Now that make me think about
The Jews.
all these people that's coming. Yep.
There they go.
And
Go ahead.
they can sponsor somebody else, even the
Yes, bro.
Ukrainians.
So
And all.
one
So that's
actually
how they
equals
get
more and
in.
more. Go ahead, like rats.
And then the
Oh
next
my, on
person
Shutter
follow
Island.
suit.
Go ahead.
Oh damn. So all right, for example, I'm in the asylum. I need protection. I can't go over here back home because we got a war going on. I fear persecution in my country, so I seek asylum here in America. Now y'all, boom, I'm over here. All right, get the next person, next family member, then two
Like
equals
like
four.
like we be
So that's
saying
how
the
you get an influx.
Latinos do it. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, you got
So
an
they're
influx
just
of people, and
sponsoring each
then
other. And then they have anchor babies, and then the anchor babies, what the
tied in forever.
tether?
He here,
There it is.
tethered. Wow.
There it
Then
is.
I'm thinking about the when it goes back to getting the people getting what do they call that when they getting aid, humanitarian aid.
Hey,
Now we can get humanitarian
it's like
aid because we
expedited.
from
It's like expedited without passport immigration.
Right. We don't have to wait through the line. We go ahead and skip.
Bingo.
And that's what a theater
Shiva
war
says the
come
mooring
in.
system exposed. Right there, it is. That's how you
Yes,
can.
sir.
That's how you can create a whole white society. Meaning we can be classified all Aryans and take the role as them, while the czars control everything. Go ahead.
Wow, World War One. How many wars they had, and you got people coming in. Influx. That's the Cabbage Patch Swarm.
Yes, that's the
through
swarm.
asylum.
Through the asylum. The Cabbage Patch. The kids was coming through where? Through the asylum.
Through the asylum.
Yeah.
Then once wow.
All the incubator babies was coming from the asylum. All of the all this stuff
The
was being
orphan trains.
bro.
This is crazy, bro. When we started seeing
Bro.
that's how they was doing it. Dang. I didn't know they could sponsor another one. I said, wow.
Well, I didn't think about it. But now that I do, fuck.
It's endless. One the newest one sponsor the next one. Boom, in here, boom. We nationalized now.
Now we nationalized.
And we getting money. And we getting money from it.
So we can clearly see the man in the high castle is 100% correct in its depiction of the Nazis winning World War II, and from our depiction, correct?
Yes, sir.
And this is also the man who created the movie Minority Report, the book Minority Report, dealing with premeditated crime and everything that came with the 94 crime bill, thus furthering the 14th Amendment. Again, just keep ratifying and ratifying by way of the fall of the nigga. Just ratifying. We see why we need the 14th Amendment? Niggas need to be in prison. That's why they terrorists.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It's a ratification. Every so often the contract is up, they got to ratify it and post on television why niggas need to make up the prison.
The Negro problem.
Yeah, the Negro problem. How to deal with the influx. Well, enter Universe 25 in Epcot. How to wage war, chemical war on these people.
Yes, sir. Dang, man.
Without them knowing that what they're eating is poisons. What they're breathing and all of these other things is poisons. How to do this, put this in their water without them knowing. How to make it good, how to make artificial flavor and this more accessible. Like little rats getting fed rat poison. But see, rats know. See, humans, nigga, we taste that. See,
that made me think about
shit.
Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
man.
Kool-Aid.
Ride that skateboard right through the house, won't you? That big
With
old
the
jug
K
of
on.
Kool.
God, dog.
Run it right through your crib. Remember that little candy gum called Mentos, the fresh breath maker?
Yeah.
It's shaped like a white pill, ain't it?
Yup, and you mix it with Coke and it's an explosion. So what's happening to your inside?
No, but
bro?
not
You know
only
people
that.
drinking
Let
soda.
me give you a catch-22. Where did we tell you compost Mentos was?
Oh, man, time out of mind. Wonderland.
Incompetent. That's a pill.
Incompetent.
You in the asylum, right? How many
Right.
come in the pack?
A lot of them.
What Tic Tac look like?
No.
What the candy Tic Tac look like?
Little small tablet.
They good, huh?
Dang, bro. Wow.
All those little things that's right there in front of the register are what? Look at they
Right
look like
before you
what? They
leave.
look like acid tabs and tablets for medicine and RC cases.
Yup.
The people who control the medical industry ain't just at the pharmacy. Them motherfuckers got Reese peanut butter cup too.
They got the slow version and the fast
They
version.
get the hell yeah. What you want?
You can get it now or later.
All right. Now laters.
Now later. Yes, sir. God, dog.
All right.
Then
don't
yes,
Skittles
sir, make it taste good.
That's right. Skittles, they look like what? Don't they look like little droplets of medicine or some Flintstone vitamins of nothing?
Yep. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Put you in a state of mind of euphoria because they always using those colors like mushrooms.
Yep.
These motherfuckers have you so high you sitting on top of the rainbow.
Straight up, you juiced up. Especially and giving it to the babies. They addicted to it. That sugar.
Remember that candy gushers? Remember that candy gushers? You eat it and then they had the extra filling in the middle. Ooh, I wonder what the fuck that was.
Ain't no telling, bro. Ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling. But you see, they used a lot of this on us as lab rats, as chemical attacks against us.
Yep. Everything when they say, when I hear them talking about using stuff on rats and stuff, I see it for what it is now. Man, they talking about us, bro. They ain't even talking about
Why not make as much money as you can and create as much debt as you can in fiat currency and give them different poisons all over the place dressed up like artificial flavor? If I see another ghetto kid eating a bag of Takis or press one.
Yeah, man. We being swarmed in every way with the entertainment. Like at the carnival, they got the candy and the goodies too. So yeah, you ain't lying. They hitting every way we can think of.
Should we be seeking asylum?
Yeah,
that's a good question, though.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask the chat room. Should we be seeking asylum? Because I feel threatened, and they haven't been honoring our preamble, man.
Yes, sir.
How you feel?
Hey, Kev,
Go ahead. Thank you, champ.
My phone about to die on me. I'll call back in.
Bob, plug it up. Thank you, B. Yeah. How you feel? I feel threatened. I'm just asking the chat room. Asylum is like, come on, bro. Help. I feel threatened. I'm made a criminal. I'm getting treated like I'm a Palestinian. That's how my people get treated. We be walking up the street, BBD bopping our heads to the beat, trying to dress like cool television, like the rapper cultures sell to us, and then the police pull us over for this activity. I just feel threatened, and I don't even commit crimes. I'm not a criminal or nothing. I be scared when I see the police. They can be helping people in a car accident. Nigga, I'm still scared driving by their ass, nigga. It's just something about seeing the police words written backwards as I slowly drive by and see if they looking at me. I shouldn't feel like that as a free person. I feel threatened every time. Where can we go? They all against us, Professor. I don't know. What you mean? Where can we go? I don't know. In your mind, tell me where you can go. Tell me what you got to do, Antoine Brown. Tell me what you got to do, Antoine. My man said, where can we go? We supposed to believe in God so we can go to church.
Not like this. Not like this.
It's at a place of refuge, a sanctuary, a temple of God. All that, bro. My man said, where can we go? Come on, Antoine, you better than that. Hit that like button and subscribe. I was going to play the video, but I don't have to at this moment because we're doing such a good job. Make sure y'all contribute to this page. Shout out to the people who have, 87 contributes uh, $54 for the bungalows, aka the Alamo. The Alamo. Shout out to the bungalows down here, bro. Yo, niggas always helping the EBT community. I love the bungalows. My man said to the Alamo, from the bungalows to the Alamo. Press one. Who is this? I tell you, look, Mrs. Hornick with a $20 bank day contribution. Say, hey, this is for KRU. Y'all know I'm getting bobbleheads made and I'm going to be giving them away. No, I'm not selling them. No. We're just going to be giving them away on my Patreon. That's why I told y'all to go up $3 a day so I can do my giveaways in peace. And it don't, like, what's the name saying? The ice cream truck on Friday. Start cutting into my money. Press one. Now I can have fun. Press one. I know you want your bobblehead, Kev. The professor. Doesn't matter. Coffee and Kush TV doesn't matter. Don't do bad things. Don't matter. Different bobblehead, a different month, a different reason to contribute to the page. Press one. And remember, if you see these weak ass niggas copying me, just let me know so I can talk about them. Go to the law books. Shout out to you, man, whoever you are. You're supposed to be contributing right now, Mr. Movie Stream, but it's okay. Shoe 87 got you. Shout out to Kesia, Shiva, Deborah, Amanda, Cedric Jefferson, Jason Harris. Shout out to Lewis. See Lewis for calling it in, of course. Karen Devine. Shout out to Ali Ware, Deborah Nichols, Nelda Bailey, of course. Her in association with Lori White got weeks long shouts out because they contribute so much to this program. Shout out to the people who supported this program in the past. Shout out to the Patreon. Make sure y'all up there so we can keep these shows rolling, these conversations. And we had about 10 calls today, which is great. We're going to continue to do great things right here at the Row. I'm going to continue to build the studio. I'm working on some things right now. And I can't wait to see how this turns out. The new Coffee and Kush show and the bloggers and the people who want to be associated with today's, yesterday's, tomorrow's, up-to-date media with yours truly. Just let me know. Hit me up on Patreon. Email me. However you want to blog, let me know. I do have, what's that video program? Zoom. So you will be seen on the air and stuff like that. I hope y'all got y'all game face and y'all makeup ready like y'all be on these single shows at night. You feel me? Don't come on my show looking raggedy. Press one. Like I say, don't cut. If you need some KevRow gear, let me know. Press one. Let me. Do not come up here with your busted shoes, brother. I got you, bro. KevRow. I just want to make sure you serious. Go to the law book. Oh, we got the Black's Law, the Urban, not the Urban Dictionary, 1828. Scripture. You know what? What's the name brought up the Sesquive Trust and how he think it was used, and it got me thinking big time. So I can't wait to get into my studies, talk to him more about that. I think that was B. Or maybe that was Rico. I'm going to chill out, get me something to eat, let my brain rest, and come back on Coffee and Kush TV late night with the Row right here on Channel